I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
Woo! How's it going, everybody? Welcome, episode 109. Let's live and let die. I'm sure that's going to be said 800,004 times in the chat. Not just because of the movie, but because of, I guess, some song that was written by some Beatle. You know, apparently it was a huge deal at the time.
I thought we were doing Die Another Day.
This is the wrong movie. What are you doing?
Come on, you said Die Another Day. Halle Berry.
Oh, dude. Come on, I love Pierce Brosnan, but I didn't ask for Die Another Day, Mark.
I can't take that off the screen. I mean, come on.
Oh man, help me, man. But welcome, chat. I already see a lot of you here, and that is what I love seeing. Thank you for being here early and right away. How you doing? Let's acknowledge some names here. Emperor's NM, what's up, dude? Vulcan lives, emotionally unstable amphibian. Mr. Zen in 1993, Putin's cat, Josh Post, the Gilded King, Vince Womack, Peter Chase, Helicopter Tours, Dave C. Yak, Namano, and emotionally unstable amphibian leaves with a $2 British pounds or Euro pounds. It says, my favorite Bond film, Bond girl, and Bond theme. Ooh, look at that. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. And good to know it's your favorite. Hopefully we'll do it justice just having a chat about it. And I see D. Bud Martin, Rob Altus, Lisa. How's it going, Lisa? Hello, dearest. What's up? And he got pizza. See, that's what I like to see. He got pizza. My man. That's what's up. Welcome, guys, to Toxic Tuesday. And yes, we are talking now in reverse order because we're talking Live and Let Die. Because last week we did the Man with the Golden Gun to accommodate to Mark D with a C, who had local election stuff to take care of it. Hey, dude, for all you do for Toxic Tuesday, it was the least we could do. So we owed it to you, man. So
appreciate it.
I'm glad you are here tonight. And we got a hell of a flick to talk about tonight because this movie is not just good. I think we all agree on that, but it is noteworthy, culturally at the time relevant, and it is so much more. And I can't wait to talk about it with you. How are you, Mark D with a C?
Doing awesome. Yeah, thank you for saving this. We won all the elections too, which was good. So that was
wow. Shout out. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So our town, we swept the elections. It was close, but we won. And this
Even
is
in the age of Dominion too. That's surprising.
Yeah, it was close, but we won. So we have a good register of voters, thankfully. So yeah, I'm not in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bridgeport, Connecticut, you got to watch out. There's certain things. We'll avoid certain words here, but those certain things happen in Bridgeport. It was shown on videotape.
Oh
so,
no! Is the main
Mayor
Street
Gannon,
posse coming from WWF? Rodney and Pete Gas.
Yeah, WWE. Yeah, the off the mean streets of Greenwich. Yeah, but but this this movie got I don't know if this is the first Bond movie I ever saw, or from growing up in the 70s. I'm trying to I can't. But I grew up. Roger Moore was my first James Bond. Going to the movies and seeing him. So then Sean Connery was much later, but. He's definitely a different kind of Bond. It's his own spin on the character, but we'll get into it. But and this is his first movie as Bond. So I know you guys did Golden Gun last week, but this is his first,
a year later, might I add.
Yeah. So all good, and it's gonna be a fun one tonight, and it's gonna be very easy on the eyes tonight too. Not enough Mad in this one. Maybe I'll throw Mad in as we go.
Oh,
if I can find a spot.
Throw in some Mad.
I'm gonna try to throw in some Mad if I have time. Yeah.
You've been missed, sir. I'm so happy you can be here. Thank you, as always, for your service. And Dave C gifted a membership, and it went to Lisa, and it was not just a membership, but it was a huge member. Lisa is now a huge member thanks to Dave C. Thank you, Dave C, for helping Lisa become a member. Shout out to Dave C and Rob Altus for $5. You guys are wasting no time. We just got started. Says, my first theater Bond film with my dad. Both loved it. Moore is my second favorite Bond. Great theme. That's what's up. Rob Altus, thank you for the $5, sir. Yeah, I want to hear all your guys' stories. It does have to be super chat, but thank you, Rob. But I want to also, because obviously this movie has a lot of history for a lot of people. I remember it was like for my first Bond movie at the theater. I remember what it was like. So it's cool to see. Oh, Christian, dude, Christian.
Awesome.
And this crazy man, Christian Delorme, with now his Vinyl Revival channel, gifted 5 memberships. Christian, you are too generous, sir. And they're huge members. You're just guys gonna make everyone huge. Christian, thank you. You just gifted Paulie Show, Wonky Man, Jim Donegan, Abigor, and Masgrave. Thank you, Christian. Dude, you guys, we just started it. I appreciate the generosity. We just started. You're already just cranking numbers. This is raining supers and gifts. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Which, by the way, I'm going to get out the announcement now. There will be a member stream Thursday afternoon. Probably around noon. There will be one, 11:30 or noon. There will be one. So
afternoon delight. Excellent.
Yeah, there will be a member stream. So if you are a member, you of the huge tier and above, you can come and chat if you'd like. So yeah. Oh, Christian. It's the least Christian with a Canadian $2. It's the least I could do with 2 great YouTubers. Well, you got the superior Mark D with a C by a landslide. That's the thing.
As long as I'm not written by Dan Slott.
That was good. Thank you, Christian. Thank you. But no, Mark, you're the vastly superior, and it ain't even close. All right,
I don't know about that one, but much appreciated. Yep.
Well, you're gonna take that accolade whether you like it or not. All right, let's bring in the Keto Simple One himself. How's it going, Dustin?
Oh, live and let die. Oh man. Can we give it up for Jane Seymour not looking like Jane Seymour, looking hot as shit? Can we give it up for that? I mean, I'm watching this and I'm like, is that Jane Seymour? I'm like, she's hot. I guess I just never looked at Dr. Quinn like that before.
So a lot of dudes just really had some really intense hardenings in the last few days watching this movie. A lot of dudes are out there like, yeah, I rewatched Live and Let Die and I had a really sensational feeling. It was a thing, guys. It was a rising.
I need a Pentmobile too, by the way.
Is that something only Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman could cure?
Oh, I don't know. I had a fever. Oh, I need a Pentmobile. I need to dress like Darkwing Duck.
Oh, Darkwing Duck is awesome. Darkwing Duck rules, dude.
I know, right? He should have drove it. Didn't he drive like a Cadillac looking car? Or am I just making that up? I don't remember.
I do not know. I do not know. I don't know. I get maybe
But he totally got with her more than he got with any other Bond girl, right? As far as like on screen.
Say that again.
He like is most of the time with Bond girls, he like gets with him and then like he moves on. Jane Seymour, he kept her throughout almost the whole movie.
Well,
wouldn't you too?
I mean, up to this point,
I would.
At this point, they were around more than she was around more than usual. But there's been some, I mean, even in the Connery days where they're involved, not like directly involved, but they happen to be there where a Bond was fighting off bad guys. I mean, I guess you could say she's a lot more notable. She's definitely more notable. A lot of people definitely remember her. So I guess you could say she's definitely more notable for a Bond girl role. Definitely more notable. There's a lot of things with this one that are on the notable side, from the opening credits to notable Bond girl. Also the cultural relevance. We'll get into it. We got 2 hour dudes, but we'll talk about it because we got a lot of great conversation. We can just talk about everything around this movie, not just the movie with this movie. So that's the beauty of it. So we're gonna have fun with this one. How's it going, Bruce?
Gentlemen, hello, and how is everyone tonight?
Superb. How are you?
Hard.
I am doing very well. A little bit veiny, but this all with Jane Seymour, I've slept on her since then. Since my first viewing of it.
What?
I forgot about her, and then I was.
Could you forget Jane Seymour?
Jane Seymour, yeah, Quinn, Medicine Woman. I slept on that show. I never saw it. Never really got into it much. I'm watching this movie and I'm like, oh my.
It was a rising sensation.
Exactly.
It was a rising sensation.
I'm so happy I saw this movie again.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm sure, Bruce.
This is probably Roger Moore's best outing as Bond, but I'll get into that later.
Okay. Well, I look forward to getting into it. Thanks for being here, sir. And how's it going, that 70s rock fan?
Well, good evening. It's going very well. And yes, Jane Seymour is Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I'm sure she would have been able to cure a couple of my acres, perhaps. It was a farming show, wasn't it? Wasn't it a farming show? I don't know. I thought she was a vet. No,
all hands on deck. Yeah,
yeah. This was the first Bond movie I saw in the cinema. So at the tender age of, I don't know, 10 or something. So
you were tender.
I was tender. I was beaten. I'd seen others on TV, but this is the first one at the cinema, and it left a big impression on me.
I'm sure. I'm sure it was a big impression.
Loved this movie. I loved it then, and I still love it now. It's great.
Was it a huge impression that was left for you?
Yeah. Well, no. Jane Seymour probably didn't leave quite such an impression at that age. I just thought it was a kick-ass movie with lots of. It's exotic. It's an exotic Bond movie, truly. You know, exotic setting with lots of all the voodoo stuff, whatever. Great, and that theme tune, of course, because
that's the best Bond theme tune.
I was a huge Wings fan at the time, Paul McCartney and Wings. So.
There, a lot of Papa Shango in this one too. Old WWF wrestler, really obscure wrestler. Probably no one in the chat remembers Papa Shango.
Was he ECW?
If he was an ECW at any point, I'm not aware because I was a late bloomer to ECW. Like I had only known a few like key names like Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, and Rob Van Dam, but I wasn't like. I mean, I guess technically you could consider the guys who were default ECW who moved over because, you know, guys like Jericho's of the world. But as far as original ECWs that stayed all the way in, yeah, I just knew the headliner names. But that'll have to be a wrestling talk for a wrestling talk someday because that would be a great, fun conversation. But dudes, live and let die. Mark, do you have it ready or nah?
Yep, I do. Yep. Let me.
We're going in, boys. We're
Let's
going
go
in.
Yeah,
dry.
I took
raw.
I took way too many slides. Yeah. You
know, Bruce's hands look ready. They look like they can use some wetness. So let's get wet, dudes.
Don't forget the moisturizer.
Yep. We don't use and a Christian with a nerd can aid $2 says, thanks to Mark, Connecticut has a good name. That's true. Well, he makes it have a great name. There's two great things based out of Connecticut. There's Mark D with a C and New Haven Pizza, apparently. I'm just going to take his word on the New Haven Pizza. I haven't had it myself yet, but I'd imagine that Bruce is really giving himself a rubby right now, or we're seeing it happen.
Mark, what's the name of the main highway south out of Connecticut?
Well, I-95 runs through.
That's the best thing about Connecticut, the I-95.
It's small. Yeah,
because it leaves
Connecticut. Yeah, no, it's all right.
I've been there a few
small.
times.
It's damn small. Yeah.
This just sounds really weird how we're saying it's small. It's damn small.
Don't clip that, please.
I'm sure. Oh, what's up, Clobby? And Grace Moore Bondfeld. Yeah, Clobby.
Oh, does he have the link? Is he coming in or?
If he wants, he can hop in. He is welcome. Clobby, let me know. Clobby in here.
I'll send him the link.
Just say it to him regardless. If he can hang out, he can hang out. If not, let's get dude. Look at that poster. Once again, this is something I like. Now we had 2 straight movies. Clobby, Mark D sent you the link right now.
Well, I'll do it. Let me get the slides
going,
and then I shall.
All right,
2 seconds.
All right. So between the Man with the Golden Gun and now this one, I noticed a reoccurring theme of great posters to promote the movies. I love. Maybe it's just something of the 70s where they had these kick-ass, colorful, massive posters. I love the poster design right off the bat from Live and Let Die. Really killer. And very 70s looking too, with all the colors. And
damn right.
This is perfect because this is the era where you had obviously this movie. I mean, if you're somehow watching this and you somehow are not in the know, I say this is probably in the top 5, top 3 of the most toxic Bonds. It's also, I guess you could say, maybe the Blazing Saddles of the bunch, if you will. Blazing Saddles of the bunch, if you will. Because this was during the time of, as we were watching a documentary, thank you, Mark, for saying, by the way, the Black Panthers, the Blaxploitation.
Yep.
That was a big thing around this time. And, it was a risk to do something like this. And yes, Moore was in 7 films. It was like, holy crap, they're really diving into this. And he goes into Harlem. That was he man, did he stick out in this movie? And
he's wearing a really good disguise, right? Right.
See him I love see his interaction with the whole community around the area. I was like, what the hell are you doing here? You have no place being in this area. Oh, there's Clobby.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Well, at least Mark didn't forget me.
I'll never forget Clobber times.
That's something, I guess.
Oh, what's up? Well, I'm glad you're here,
ladies.
Hello, sir. How you doing today? Good to see you, Bobby.
Hey, dude.
Clubbering times.
Oh, I'm glad you're here, sir.
You don't have to go that far.
You're here.
You don't have to go that far. Yeah, this is my second Bond film, but I saw them both of them in the same day. Went to the theaters.
Really?
The day this opened, the weekend this opened, back in whatever it was, 73 or whatever.
Yes.
They had a double feature before that. They were showing the previous film, Diamonds of Forever, and this. And as I've said before, I was
must have been confused.
9 years old. They didn't have any kind of internet or any kind of info and stuff like that. So I thought, so it's a different guy. They're 2 different movies, right? I mean, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I know what a James Bond movie was, but love it. It's one of my all-time favorites. And boy, oh boy, can you not make it today?
Oh,
No.
This confused me the very first time I ever saw Some Moons ago. I'm like, hold on, these people are party like mourning, and then they go straight into party mode. What is the deal? And then they pick up the body with the casket. I was like, bro, what the hell?
Pretty clever.
And that's the quarter for you, the French Quarter right there, Domain Street. I mean, they filmed a lot of this down here, of course, especially the boat chase. But we'll get to that later.
No.
What was interesting, I watched the special features last night because I have the ultimate James Bond set, and they wanted to do the scene, but like, well, how do we justify going down here, getting the crew there? Like, we got to add more to the movie in New Orleans. So then they came up with the idea, the boat scene actually, after, they wanted to do this. I mean, they planned it out, but like, we just can't go there just to film this one quick scene. So they ended up setting a lot more of the movie down there. And a lot of people got hurt filming those boat scenes too on the outtakes. Wow.
Some of them they got done in one take. Some of them they got done one take because they had really good setup for it.
Yeah, but like that famous scene where the boat jumps over the bridge, and they actually set the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest boat jump.
Yeah,
the second boat that follows behind, the stunt guys, the wake of that jump when they landed, they show it on the DVD, and they wiped out and they flipped the boat and they almost got killed because they didn't plan for the wake of the other boat. But of course, in the movie, you see the other black boat, goes off per, a second cut. They made the jump, but then they wiped out and almost got killed. So, God, amazing stunts in this movie.
Incredible. This guy's not too tough for a CIA guy, by the way. One of Felix's boys were not too tough for this.
He's about as smart as the rest of them, though.
Yeah.
Whose funeral is it? Yours. I was like, wow.
But they really
great way to start the movie. Yeah,
they played legitimate Mardi Gras music, though.
So, Clobbering Times, do they really have funerals like this down there? Or I mean, that's
wait,
wait,
to dispose of bodies? How much does that cost? We need you to look sad until we pick up the body.
Yeah, they were killing with it. They thought they were having fun.
This is also definitely, I guess you could say, is definitely one of the ones where a lot more of it was definitely in America too. Because usually, they like going to the out there countries. This one definitely had more America stuff. Those mainly New York City and New Orleans. I love the way New York looked. I want to capitalize on Mr. Zenin's comment. The way New York looks. I know the crime was absolutely awful at this time, but the way New York looks as a city looks awesome to me. Like, I look at them and I can't, obviously this is the comic fan me speaking. I'm just like, where's Luke Cage walking around? I'm like, I can't help but imagine Luke Cage watching because it just feels like a Luke Cage comic, but with James Bond involved. Like, that's why I like seeing all the big signs for all the local businesses. Everything's high style and profiling. Like, it's got a whole, it's like a Ric Flair vibe, but black, basically. I love it. Even though the crime was hectic. Say that again?
I think this movie oozes class. It really does so much class in this film.
Mm-hmm. Whole lot of froze and whole lot of people, and man, you look at all those guys like, wow, everyone's high rolling, everyone's a baller in this. And this is besides the song, the credit scene, this opening credit, I feel like is very electrifying.
Maurice Binder was brilliant when he did all the opening credits for years. They made him film the visuals. Yeah, one of the things that's also funny is the way M says New Orleans worse than American Yankees do. New Orleans, he says, whatever the hell.
I remember hearing the song. I used to, when I was a kid, I used to laugh at this "Live and Let Dog" song because there's that lyric when they talk about living, and when they say, "I said live and let die," and they say, "No, you did," or "Yes, you did." And I was listening, and I used to, I don't know why, for some reason, as a kid, I found that lyric funny. I was just like, as they responded to him in the song, I was like, where are they? I was like, what the hell? They're responding to him in the song. And I used to make fun of that part as a kid because I didn't know there was a thing called backing vocal. I thought it was people like responding to him. If only I can make a video of that now. I can make a parody clip of that. I think we're at to do that, Mark. Parody clip of that of that particular part. But no, the visual style for this is, once again, this movie emphasizes the colors, and you can tell even amongst all this color, there's a layer of grit hiding under the color. That's what I love. It's just like, it's like a surface thing. Like, yeah, you come around the area, it looks all nice and like fun and like high styling, but once you get into the underbelly, there's some rough around the edges types of parts, and this movie really nails it with that atmosphere. It's like kind of like a tourist attraction. It's great to great to visit as a tourist, but if you come and stick around here, it's not going to look so nice once you actually see, once the cracks start to show. This movie really nails that.
I was reading too, Nick, in Chicago, refugees were leaving because they said it was so bad, and they're going back to their own country because they're getting.
Oh, I heard about the Venezuela.
Yeah, so like New York, some of these places, look good from a distance, but yeah.
Of course, freaking course. But no, and of course there's the song from Paul McCartney. We might as well just get out of the way because they only played this song like 4 or 5 times in the movie.
I think
they should. It's so damn good.
You guys grew up with this song, so I guess I didn't grow up with it. So you guys did. So I guess Claudia, Mark, or any of you guys on the panel, you all grew up with this. Why don't you guys talk about what it was like having this song be as big as it was? Because for me,
I had the 45.
Song.
Me too, Colby. I had it too. I couldn't play
45. Yep, and it was always on the radio for a while, man. Right?
Oh, it's huge. But in the UK, it was an enormous hit. Just. You couldn't. It was on TV. They had Paul on TV and various shows doing it, and just you couldn't get enough of it. It was wonderful, so dramatic.
Much better than Adelaide Girl.
And to have a rock act doing the theme for once instead of a girl singer or whatever. It's
probably the first time.
You're quite the Beatles fan, so this had to have been even bigger for you since obviously you. How was it like? You came up from the country where the Beatles came from?
Well, I did. I mean, growing up, it's like the soundtrack of. I mean, Claudia will probably feel the same way. Soundtrack of your life if you're a certain age. And then, I mean, I wasn't too impacted at that age by the breakup of the Beatles. All I knew is there were still guys like Paul McCartney making these great hits, And then this came out, and the marriage of Bond, which I was getting into, with that. Paul McCartney, who I was a huge fan of, was like, this is the greatest thing ever,
I just got to stop this here. Just real quick, that digital watch, like talking about growing up, that was a huge deal to have a digital watch.
Yeah, we all wanted
that's
one.
like a huge, massive, and that's why they're showing it off like 548. It's like, wow,
little product placement,
groovy. Yeah. Hey, one more time again.
How many of you guys had the digital FM AM alarm clock, the black with the plastic wood grain?
Yes.
Yes, I hated it.
I can't remember if I did or not.
No, occasionally, when I was rewatching this recently, if you notice how on Amazon they show the credits for the characters, what did you know what they listed the girl under here?
No, what they changed?
They just
the
listed
credit?
her under girl.
Oh, girl. Yeah.
Well, could have been a name. Girl. Maybe it's Meta. Maybe that is her name.
Yeah, right. I just laughed. I was like, "Wow, they're basically they're going in on the Bond joke that basically she's just some lady who happens to be with Bond." I laughed so hard because you'll see names James Bond, Q, M, Moneypenny. Girl.
Well, that is a Paul McCartney song, "Girl," right? The Beatles. Girl.
It is.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah. We all know.
I just think it's a shame they didn't get Wings to play in it, to play in the film somewhere, in a club, like the band to be on stage somewhere. That would have been.
Do you know why they did that? Why that lady sang that song in the club?
No,
but they had planned that. I've read about that, but they'd planned that all out
because they planned a woman singer.
No, because they found the contract that Paul McCartney for years said that they were going to have someone else sing it, but then they found the contract where that wasn't the case. So Paul was kind of telling a lie all those years. So he got paid, 15. Or what did they get paid? $15,000 for the song, which was and then he made like $500,000 in royalty. But they in the contract it showed that they were contracted to have that song in the movie, so it was kind of one of those white lies.
Well, because what I heard was they had contracted him to write the song but not sing it, and they had hired her to sing it. So when Paul McCartney said, "No, I'm going to sing it,"
no, that turned out not to be.
Then they didn't let her sing it in the movie.
Yeah, that all turned out to be BS by Paul McCartney.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why would they let her sing it in the movie?
No, because he was always contracted to sing the song, and it appears in the movie. But he kept saying they were going to replace him and not have his voice in the opening credits. But someone got the contract, and it shows what he was contracted. I'll pull up the article. I was just reading.
Yeah, I'll pull it up, man.
Yeah, I'll show it. Yeah, so it was one of those, and they're kind of making fun of Paul McCartney in the article, like
I read that article. Yeah, I mean, at this distance, it's very hard to say, but
yeah,
I mean, the story was that Cubby Broccoli wanted a girl singer. We're not having that. That's a demo. He said to George, "Well, it's a great demo. Who are we going to get to sing it?"
Yeah,
it was Paul McCartney was singing. Obviously, he wasn't a big Beatles fan, Cubby Broccoli, which is kind of weird. I mean, you think he would have been all over that. So maybe that's
Beatles. We're gonna sing it. You know.
Jeez, I know. It's
Equate to Lawson, to answer your question, this is a very easy answer for me. Beatles. I might have a take that might alarm some.
More Beatles never did it. Paul McCartney and Wings did it though.
I know, true. But get technical here. I don't like the Guns N' Roses version of it at all.
I hate it.
I do, and I'd say that as someone who's a big fan of Appetite for Destruction, but however, I'm not your average listener of Appetite. I'm that guy where when I listen to the album, I don't put on Welcome to the Jungle, Paradise City, or Sweet Child. So basically, I listen to basically 9 of the 12 songs, and I love the rest of the 9 songs. And I'm not saying I even hate those songs. I actually used to really love those songs, but I've heard them
overplayed
so much between that. It's kind of like how much I've loved like Judas Priest with Breaking the Law. I love the song, but if I could go the rest of my life without hearing it, that would be great. So Guns N' Roses. I don't listen. It drives me crazy when I look at Guns N' Roses set list and I see there's like 3 or 4 covers. It's like, bro, you can play more of your own songs. You don't need that many covers on your set. Lay off, dudes. And I don't like them covering that song.
What do you think about the Spaghetti Incident album then?
Oh, yeah.
It's a wasted
album. It wasn't a bad album, but
I quite like it. Yeah.
It's not bad, but I don't really love it. But dude, how about his watch here? His magnetizing watch. I mean, this is a definitive Bond watch, and it was a great setup because it sets up. Hey, here's his watch. I wonder if it'll come in handy later. Handy, and then we see
that girl is so hot off. Too. That Italian.
Agent.
She is smoking, toking.
But she's just girl though. That's it.
She's just girl.
Not even Italian girl.
You wouldn't happen to be married, would you?
Well, apparently, Boots Cat says she's a Spanish lady. I would know. I've never looked.
Yes,
into
she
her,
is. Remember they mentioned she's an agent. That she was one of the agents.
I thought she was an Italian agent. Oh, was she Spanish? Well,
it could have been Italian, and I don't know.
I'm just was so enamored with how she looked. I probably wasn't paying attention.
Well, mentioned it, but now I guess it was. That well ended you found Spanish ladies, but I don't know. Maybe she was Italian. I got it backwards. Oops.
But I love the way Moneypenny covers for him too. That was just
awesome.
That was great.
And this car ride just goes spectacularly. This is just like the most mellow drive of James's life. Everything just goes perfect. No, nothing wrong with getting to the United Nations or to Harlem. Everything goes good. This is a really uneventful scene. There's nothing really of any consequence. Nothing dire happens here. It's just a whatever scene. And he's just like, oh, it's okay. And you're like, wow, I watched all this and nothing happened. I'm fucking around, of course. We all know what happens where the driver gets shot and it all becomes a shit show. Bad. Talk about a drive, dude. Look at that bridge. See, come on, tell me that New York does look awesome. Then look how awesome
it's falling
everything
apart.
looks.
It looks great, but I don't know if that's the west side. I don't think that's the west side. It looks like the east side. But New York was so bad in the 70s that it was a sanitation truck on the West Side Highway, and they fell through. The truck fell through the West Side Highway due to lack of maintenance and killed a person. And then they had to they tore it all down. For a while there was like 10 feet of it left. It was gorgeous too. It was all great old architecture and great design, beautiful design, but it was all steel and it just rusted away.
I love that caddy though.
Yeah,
dude. I love the way the cars
great
look.
gadget.
The big body. Yeah. Oh man, no, the classy. I like the classic designs on these cars. I was just like, man, makes me wish like they made them like that, the big body. Where now everything's so packed in and way like it's just if you all want to work on it or you just like know what a part is, you can't because everything requires digging with these cars.
It's one of those big Eldorados.
Yeah,
is that what this one is? He's driving.
The Cadillac, the white one.
Oh yeah. I'd like to make it in one piece, or he says something like, "Can we make it in one piece?" And little does he know.
Let's get that in one piece, Charlie.
Imagine that you're stuck on the freaking in New York, and all of a sudden your driver just got shot. No big deal. Just gotta make sure you don't swing into these other cars.
And make sure they had Chevys though, at least.
Yeah, all Chevy sponsor. Yeah,
sponsors. Yeah.
Put it on cruise control.
Oh yeah.
The Tesla could auto drive.
Another Well, of course, the Caddy's a GM product, so that was okay to use that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this is a good excuse to do a test ride. Just get your driver killed and see how the passenger does with the car.
That's one of those old. That's a Caprice.
That's the real test drive.
And there's another GM car. Only GM cars here. That was a Caprice.
Oh, that's
the cab's a Caprice.
So, did they have a time of the day where it was only GM cars on the highway? Just a certain time period?
I think I saw a Ford, but I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look. Well, it's so much fun watching these old cars and these old movies and TV shows.
Yeah, you see,
because my dad had a car lot. They had a car lot back then. See, there's a Ford.
Oh, really?
I got to tell you guys, like being a kid in Britain, this was exotic. Seeing Harlem in New York and. That still looked exotic.
I'm not even used to brown steel rims because that obviously the car that collapsed here. If you caught a quick glimpse of it, but the rims on there were like bronze rims, like bronze steel. I'm not used to that on a car, man.
I mean,
but it actually kind of works. It kind of works with the design. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it actually works.
There he is. Oh, my favorite Felix Leiter, the great David Hedison, captain of the Seaview.
Yeah,
of course, Captain Crane.
Yes.
Who gets his leg munched off at one point?
He does.
Which, unfortunately, yep.
2 times. He played Felix twice.
All right, we got a great meme from 70s here to show off.
That's what I've been doing instead of talking.
Nice.
Nick Weiser is
you're canceled now.
Dude,
hell no.
Live and Let Diet. Go start.
Wow.
As under thigh. The world's pizza is in danger. Oh my.
I'll probably go to hell for that.
You are going to hell, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go to hell and you're going to have to eat clam pizza nonstop.
Oh,
yikes.
My original subtitle was "She eats Nick's lunch," but I didn't go with
She would not. Dude. I would straight up do some kung fu shit. She wouldn't even get to a first
one challenges
bite.
your Chicago deep dish pizza.
Cult video.
Cult voodoo.
Chicago
voodoo.
I always find it such a weird line where he's like, can you wrap this gift up with the way he mentions like, well, what other ways to wrap it?
Yeah. What is it? Horizontal? What does he say? Or vertical or something?
He said something about like covering it up. It's like, well, duh. If you leave one half open, you're gonna know it's like a stuffed animal type of toy. Dead giveaway. Yeah. Well, definitely one of the weirdest lines in the movie. That's for sure.
Oh, that's a good one there.
Live and Let Die is the sequel, The Man with the Golden Corral.
Nice.
Oh,
people still Golden Corral. Ugh.
You try not to say that out loud.
Once back in 2008, and I never went back.
Gotcha.
Never even looked at it.
This is we got a car down here. Is that's got to have a chopped hood, right? That's not a standard.
It's got a weird looking hood. It looks like an Eldorado. But
I meant to say chopped roof or chopped, right?
No. I mean, it's customized, but it looks like an LD to me, an Eldo to me.
Yeah, but I'm saying the roof looks so low there. Wonder if that was chopped or something.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
or maybe someone in the chat knows.
Well, they probably, how they do it for these movies. They change stuff.
Yeah. Very cool looking. Yeah, look at that reel to reel 70s.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm looking at something else. Sorry.
Oh, this is where I went back and I went frame by frame. If you notice, I watch these movies at
you don't say.
And I don't know what happened.
She is a gorgeous
my finger
lady.
got stuck on the keyboard.
Yeah, reel to reels. That was it. We all had a reel to reel tape recorder in the house.
Did you have to get something to unglue your fingers from the keyboard, Mark?
Yeah, it was the crazy glue that got him stuck there. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. And Jane Seymour was 20 in this movie, and she was talking about. She said like a few years before, she's like, I had to get permission from my mom to watch Roger Moore and the Saint because it was a quote unquote adult show. Now I am a few years later in bed with them. She couldn't believe what it.
Oh yeah,
what had happened.
I saw that in the making of that you sent me. I was like, bro, that's crazy, man. Well, but she did say that Roger Moore is a cool guy, though, and that Roger Moore tried to do his best to make sure things didn't seem awkward, which is funny because obviously when he hops on his
another
bond,
caddy,
he's definitely not the youngest. Another caddy,
another caddy.
Well, Roger was in his mid-40s already, wasn't he? I mean, 45.
Yeah, he was older than Connery, right? By 3 years or a couple of years, I think.
That's there, though. Yeah,
he stepped in late in the game. And then he did 7 movies in total. I know some of them he's not so proud of. And I don't know if we'll, unless the chat really, really, really wants it, I don't think we will talk about A View to a Kill. I
like it.
You like it?
Good parts, but
I like A View to a Kill.
I do. I feel like his age shows the
A View to an Old Folks Home.
One.
That's the shame of it.
But
it's a bad one.
Some fun
dude. Now here's the most toxic line of the bunch. You throw the extra 20, I'll take you to a cookout. I was like, dude, that sounds like something now, like from like a Dave Chappelle type of
That's
skit.
Mark's dad there you're talking about.
I can see the resemblance with the sideburns. I imagine Mark with sideburns, and that's exactly what I imagine. Mark, your dad has a nice fro. I must say.
He does.
Hey, they said they called him a honky. Oh my god, those racist.
This movie is gold.
We got someone who likes A View to Kill.
I like that.
I agree. The song is great. It's a great song.
I think the song is good. Once again, my issue is Moore's performance in the movie is the issue. I see him, and he seems very frail compared to his other movies. Granted, I know he's older, but well, like I say, if people want to talk about it, I will have no problem talking about it because, well, when the market speaks, sure hope your friends make easy.
A lot of people hate Moonraker, but I love it. It's ridiculous. I guess I can't talk. I can't talk. And you got Spy Who Loved Me. I love that one too.
I love that one too. No, I actually like Moonraker. I thought Moonraker was great.
See, Moore's my least favorite of the Bonds.
Even more than Craig.
Craig is not Bond.
It goes Connery, Lazenby, the guy from Remington Steele that I'm blanking on.
Pierce Brosnan.
Then Dalton, Craig, Roger Moore.
Craig really wasn't Bond. So.
I'm not a big Moore fan. Moore is such white toast in View to a Kill. That's the worst part of the entire movie is his performance in it.
But did you see that movie first with him, maybe, or
that was my first exposure?
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Like, as you watch it, you're like, oh God, I love Roger Moore, but he's just too old for this movie. So when I saw the next Bond movie, I always go to his movies with my dad, and like, and when he's Bond is running, Dalton's running in that opening scene, I'm like, turn to my dad, I'm like, Dad, it's nice. James Bond can run again. I mean, yeah, it was just he was just too old. And then today, people are in a lot better shape for their age. I mean, in this movie, Moore is talking about he's like he got up at every morning at 6 a.m. and he swam for a half hour, and he's like he worked out for a half hour. I'm like, well, compared to today, I mean, you'd be working out for hours. I mean, as much as I don't like the the Craig movies, he's in great. He's maybe an ridiculous shape for those movies, but Moore brings like he's suave, debonair, and he's got that comedy delivery.
He's too suave.
Yeah, but
he's Simon Templar. He's still Simon Templar in this movie.
This
it's
movie
different though.
Really,
it's a spin.
This movie doesn't really go down on the comedy until the later half of the movie where he starts delivering action hero one-liners. Yep. Like he has very suave delivery most of the movie. But it's the later half where he starts to really get on the nose with the stuff, which I actually love his on the nose delivery, like especially when he beats some of the bad guys and the things he says. And I don't want to say because it's spoilers for later, but yeah, other than that, it's really a very calm, collected delivery. But I don't feel like he's got the class that Connery has, because Connery has that whole. He feels like he's 10 feet tall in the room type of guy. Connery, he feels 10 feet tall. I feel like him. Connery's a guy that everyone's paying attention to in the room. Like all eyes are on Connery.
Because he could kick your ass at any second.
Yes. Roger Moore, I don't want to say he's a faceless man in the crowd, but he definitely doesn't stand out as much. He does have some smoothness. He does, but compared to Connery, it ain't even close. And what's up, Master of the TDS? Thanks for dropping in here.
Hey, TDS. But I mean, I love Moore though too, because I grew up watching him as Bond, and I guess then when I saw the Connery Bond, I was like, oh, this guy's a mean SOB. So it's what I do like is at least Roger Moore. He puts his own spin on it. He doesn't try to imitate Connery. It's his own version of the character, and you like it or don't like it, but he's he's for a lot of people like me, that's the first Bond that they knew if you grew up at that time, and it was very tough to watch old movies. Now you youngins don't know how good you got it, where you just can grab anything or scream anything.
I wonder what we would feel if Connery had never done the role and this was all we ever had.
That is something to ponder too. No, that is something. I mean, good to mention. How much more fondly we look at Moore, and make no mistake. As much as I rag on View to a Kill, I still like Roger Moore in general as Bond. I do. I guess he's that one guy where no matter how good you are, you're following up the greatest, basically.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It was always a tough thing to follow.
It's a tough position for him.
I think this is a good movie. Luckily for him, he got a good movie to start with. Because it would have been even worse if it hadn't been a good movie.
He's had a great start with a great movie. But early on, actually, when Dalton was offered the role much earlier than he got it, and he even thought he was 24, so he said, "No, I'm too young to play it," and he didn't. That's until, of course, many years later, as you know. But Connery at that time, Moore at that time was the perfect choice. But remember that he's so much Simon Templar to people. Every time I watch it, because I love The Saint, I'm like, when I'm watching this, it's like he's filling in for Bond. This Simon Templar filling in for him, but I still love it. I don't care. He's great as Bond to me, but I can't help but mixing in a little Simon Templar in there because it's just he plays Roger Moore. He also was on a great show called The Persuaders for a short time. He's the same
show. Love it.
on there as well. I've been watching that recently again. It's great. So. Yeah, I love Moore, and it's just that Connery is the. There you go. Connery's the standard, but I'm one of those few that loves Dalton. He's my second favorite, but Moore's great. Love him.
Sorry.
I got a trick.
Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna say a trick question. It's not really a trick. It's actually, what was the first time that Roger Moore played James Bond?
It was on that some talk show that I can't remember. I mean, some skit show that I can't remember the name of now.
Can't stomp clobbering times.
But I can't. Yeah, you
Mainly
can.
Millicent.
I can't remember the name of the show now.
Mainly Millicent.
Okay,
July 17th, 1960. When was the first time Roger Moore played James Bond?
Oh,
yeah, that Millicent show. But I can't. You told me the name.
Mainly Millicent because it was on the DVD extras, and it's a sketch comedy. It's about like 10-minute sketch, and he's playing James Bond on a TV show, and it's him and a Russian agent. They're on quote unquote on vacation, and all these funny things happen. Like she buys him a drink, and he throws the drink out.
Yeah,
and,
that was right.
Guys are falling off off the hotel balcony, and it's a spoof, but it's the first time he comes in. He called him James Bond. Yeah,
that was right after one of the early. It was right. The franchise was brand new, of course. And remember, Roger Moore had been around a good while. When James Garner and Jack Kelly were having contract disputes on the show Maverick, he played Bo Maverick to fill in for a lot of episodes on the great classic Western show Maverick.
Wait, was it Bo or Brett Maverick?
He was Bo. Brett was Garner. And
that's right.
Bo was Roger Moore. So.
Yeah, I mean,
so here I'm going to put the clip. I'm going to put the clip in so you can.
He did in stuff in the UK for decades.
Actually, Tom, to answer your question, why is Ray disguised as Leiter? The answer is in your question. That's exactly why you do a disguise. No one's going to think that the Leiter's a radio. If you're gonna be smart, you're gonna be a spy on top of it. That's exactly why you do it.
A genuine Felix Leiter.
And here comes one of Mad Mardigan's favorite scenes in the entire movie.
He also played Ivanhoe in an old show.
Flexible men, lots of dancing. Is this what you have a clip of, Mark? Please tell me this is what you have.
Mainly Millicent. There you go.
Yeah, it's mainly Millicent. Yeah. Oh, I don't have a clip of that, but I should. Yeah. God.
I'm just saying, like, this would have been.
I don't recall though. In '72, I mean, this had people made a lot of stuff about voodoo before. I mean, had it been a subject of many movies? I'm trying to
low
remember.
budget stuff, maybe.
Yeah, so it's pretty far out stuff, It's pretty neat idea. Yeah.
Well, here's I'm not going to play it, but here's the TV show that he was on.
Is that David?
So you can see. That's just the YouTube. That's a different guy. But here's
that's the name of the clip, guys. That time Roger Moore played James Bond in 1964, and here's the thing. Even before they casted Roger Moore for this movie, they still tried to get Connery again, but he was very insistent that I'm done. This is it. It's been good, guys, but I've got to move on with my life. He could have almost done some movies. He could have held the record in terms of the number of movies, but obviously
so
that
1964. That mainly Millicent, 1964.
Yeah.
Quite far
what was the
back,
first Bond movie? 62?
62, yeah. 62.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sketch comedy show, so but it's amazing.
It was very topical, very new.
And then he became a Bond. This scene weirded me out. I was
what's he doing shaving in the bathtub? Is that a British thing? Does anyone know?
I don't know. It's a British thing, I guess.
But he's playing with the snake. She's playing with
the shaved in the shower, though. I have shaved in the shower before, but
shower.
Is he playing with the snake? Playing with the snake in the bathtub?
Depends what he's just how much of himself is he shaving? I mean, this is the question.
I shave my head in the shower.
Yeah, I shave my head in the shower as well.
Your champagne.
Okay, they'll see, guys. Everything all you do just saying all makes sense. All of it.
Your champagne.
Sorry. No, you're good. This don't make no sense. His don't him take a bath. It just seems very un-Bond-like for him to take a bath. He looks like a tall guy trying to fit in like a Volkswagen Jetta, like a Volkswagen Bug. He looks, you know, have you ever seen those big guys who always try to fit like a small, like a what's those Australian cars? The Mini Coopers. It's a big guy trying to fit in a Mini Cooper.
They're British. British cars. Australians don't have any cars.
Are they also? I thought they were Australian. Okay.
No,
they've barely got bicycles in Australia. No, it's a British. Minis are British. Yeah, that's why
I do like the way he put out that snake though. He put that bitch out. Oh, dude, I actually no bullshit. Billy Go Boom. I thought about that. I straight up thought about that. Mr. T being a villain in Bond. I would have loved that.
I think I'd rather see either Fred Williamson or Rudy Ray Moore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rudy Ray Moore is the guy that he's in the Disco Godfather, and he's got that one iconic line, "Bitch, are you for real?"
Yeah.
I'll get you the link.
Oh, please. And this is where he gets right to Mrs. Bond.
That's Dolomite.
He freaking tossed her, man. That's like a football. Seriously.
Rudy Moore's Dolomite, right?
Ray Moore's Dolomite.
Just yet another moment that would absolutely not happen, where Rosie gets tossed around like a rag doll. Between the $20 joke, Rosie get tossed around. This scene would definitely cause riots today. It would have definitely caused riots today because it would be looked at as she's trying to be breaking into his place. It would be looked at as he hurt the woman who didn't look like her because my racism. Poor Mr. T still always took that. Yeah, Clubber Lang, man. Clubber freaking Lang. Love that movie though. Dude, I actually fell for her shit when I first saw it. I was like, oh, maybe she's not such a bad lady. I actually fell for it. I'll confess that when I saw it, I fell for it. I thought, because she says, oh, it's gonna be was it cyanide? That if I didn't get the job done, it was gonna be cyanide for him. And then I was like, oh, maybe she did change. And you learn on later on that no, she really did change. I was like, oh, damn. It's really to know I'm next in line for the same kind of aid. But her freak out here is hilarious. And he had a really ridiculous comment to respond about the snake in the shower.
Oh, don't go.
She never go in there without a mongoose.
I believe she's also in a movie called Hail Caesar, which is like supposed to be the Caesar of Chicago, a Fred Williamson movie, for those of you that don't know. But she's I believe the main lead in that as well. Amazing film if you like good blaxploitation films.
Oh,
I saw him a few weeks ago at a con. Walked past him. He was nice to filler.
I like
the Hammer, Fred Williamson.
I love that man.
You guys are so nice. You like the man.
I'm afraid that leaves us tonight. Wow. It all sounds like some dialogue from some adult movie. I'm stuck with you now. I guess now that everything went wrong, you might as well just cue the music at this point. Oh, that's the quote. If all else failed, cyanide pills. That's what I meant to say. I screwed up my dialogue. I screwed it up.
Huh.
Lay that pipe to. Oh, how many girls is he? At 3 different girls he lays pipe to in this movie. There's
not that many.
Uncredited girl who's just credited as girl in the movie, and then there's Rosie here.
It's a top
solitaire.
Score.
Yeah, three.
It's a top score movie. This is like one of the tops.
So so far at this point, he's banged 2 girls. We had the $20 scene. We had him toss the girl like a rag doll. So far, this movie's already at least at a 7 or 8.
And somebody's choked a chicken already. So
So this movie's already an 8. For me, this is already an 8 in toxicity. We have not even gotten into the most toxic stuff. It's gonna like splurge in toxicity.
And I wonder too, with the interracial romance there, if there was a controversy over this at the time, or if it wouldn't play some places.
It really wasn't controversial in the States, though. It was controversial. They omitted the sex scenes in South Africa because of the apartheid. But they kept it in for Americans because we like that stuff.
And this also proves that, once again, Bond already had this type of relationship with. This is the at least 3, because you had this movie, you had No Time to Die, and you also had Die Another Day, where James Bond was with a black woman.
Now,
it
is this not the quarrel? Isn't he meant to be the son of the Dr. No boat guy?
I don't know if he is or not, but it doesn't make sense, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if they make it explicitly clear, but there's his name is Quarrel. I think he's meant to be the son of Quarrel in the from Dr. No. Yeah. I think I might be wrong. I just I read it a few times, but there's no. It's not explicit. They don't make it explicit in the movie. But I can't remember the novel, but but I think it's meant to be his son. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which would make some sense.
Yeah.
Because his name is Quarrel.
Dustin, obviously, you live there?
I got no quarrel with that.
Yes, sir.
Where you at with everything thus far in the dying of Living Let Dying?
I was confused at this point too, because I was like,
Junior. Yeah.
I was basically on board with her being a good person at this point, because otherwise I would should have stayed.
Yeah, you got full 2.
Yeah.
Dustin? Okay.
Sorry?
Okay. Well, I'm asking, did you feel like you got fooled by her too? Because
I did. I got fooled by her too. Yeah. Because I was like, why? At the beginning, it was like, well, is she? Isn't she? Then she tried to save him on the boat. And I was like, well, she's got to be good then.
James shows her how to handle his fishing pole, I think, in that scene.
Plus, she didn't even know Quarrel was CIA, working for Felix, like she was.
Oh, 70s. That was perfect.
She knows how to handle Bond's pole.
You won't be the only one that handles my pole in this movie. You're just second in line. I'm third. Where are you, James? And they make a big deal about her, like, how dare you be with Bond? I was like,
and you see on the cards, 007,
see the cards, 007. Yeah, that's neat.
God, she's gorgeous here. Should I just pause it?
She really is.
You can just keep that on for the next hour and a half. We'll be happy.
She's all-time beauty. I mean, just unbelievable. Yeah.
Should we get that clip where I think I actually have it saved? Do you think we get hit for that clip of that you posted earlier of a Live and Let Die not been made today? Or do you think we get hit by that or probably, no?
I don't think so, but maybe just play a few seconds of it at the end. Or
it's from Fox 5 New York. Do we guys know what Fox is like with YouTube clips, or should we not chance it?
Well, when we put the link in for everyone to watch it.
You know what? That's a good idea. And for those who in case they don't get around to it, we'll fill in the blank. She doesn't really get all like apologetic. Oh, I'm sorry, this movie is made. She just says, of course, she said, yeah, it would be made today, but I feel like she kind of defends in the sense where, this is just how things were at the time. And I feel like that's more than a fair comment to say, because she could have easily, be in the apologetic position that we've seen with like Daniel Craig, Jean-Luc Picard, where everyone's, I'm sorry. This was just like, well,
you're doing it wrong. Hey, you're doing it wrong. Got to have a black and white filter on, sir. Then you can say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the person in question is like, oh, this was so racist and misogynist back then, and she kind of doesn't even answer. It's like, just this was the times. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, she doesn't, and she could. That could have been easy for her to like say, yeah, she could have trashed on Bond. She could have trashed on more. She doesn't do any of that, and I thought that was actually really cool I felt like that was a very good professional way of handling that type of comment, because it's clear that the lady interviewing her, she was looking. She was making it very apparent that she wanted to like get that type of response. So maybe they could talk about why they need a
I didn't know Brie Larson was in the movie. We just saw her a few seconds ago.
There?
Oh,
Brie Larson.
We saw her a few seconds ago.
You're giving her too much credit.
Right behind him.
I'm just kidding, Brie.
She was so good in Captain Marvel and the Marvels.
How dare you insult that stick of wood up there that it has the capability of shooting bullets out of its eye? That's more capable of anything than Carol Danvers. Come on. Don't be insulting to that plank of wood. It may have no life, but it still matters. Wood lives matter. Wood lives matter.
Wood lives. Well, Bond has got a lot of wood in this movie, so it's
make her fat and make her gay.
Yeah.
That that whole comment is now officially entered the stratosphere of
that
like
will
the
be used
cultural
for
zeitgeist.
years.
But yeah, that is good. Like they will never now outlive those comments, no matter what. Like they're gonna be until if they ever change, they're gonna be tied to that synonymously, like by default now.
You got to say it in Cartman's voice as well.
God damn it! You gotta be fat. You gotta be gay.
Oh, how's Clobby? Clobby actually is a good Cartman. Clobby's always had a really good Cartman.
I wouldn't know about that. I don't think I do. That's rhyming gay.
I can't do it right now. I was eating something. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was eating a pretzel. It messed me up.
Sorry about that, Clobby. I did the first one there, and I did.
You did well. Way better than me, buddy.
Was it
salted
pretzel?
Make you fat and make you gay. Exactly. God damn it!
Oops, I was about to say something really bad.
I'm just going to pause it right there for a second. She could be a wrestler with that get up there too.
That headdress. Oh hell yeah.
Oh, she is in
What
solitaire.
What would a wrestling name be then?
In solitaire.
Solitaire?
I don't know.
Solitaire. That's boring. It's got to be something else.
Inner solitaire.
Let's think about it.
What?
You said enter solitaire.
I swear I did. I was not trying to
solitary
be funny.
confinement. Solitary
I
confinement.
was not trying to be funny at that comment. That just came.
It's Ming the Merciless's daughter. Yeah.
Enter solitaire.
She doesn't look like a Ming the Merciless's daughter, but like.
Oh my God! He's entering solitaire. What the hell?
She could be Ming Ing.
Oh my God!
He's entering her. Is that what you said, Nick?
Yes, I'm getting my Jim Ross line. He's entering solitaire. What the hell? I just died. He's getting the steel chair. He's entering it further.
Well, on that note, I do have a request. If anyone has the Culture Casino clip, oh my God, the cock.
If
you could
just say it.
DM it. Yeah, I'm allowed to say it's not monetized. Yeah, but I have to go to confession on Sunday. But if someone could DM it to me, because I'm working on a clip for the show.
That's the worst thing you say. I think you're good, Mark.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm not going to burn it.
I don't think God cares.
Yeah. Well, I was in religion class in 5th grade at Catholic school, and I told the nun I hadn't been to confession in 3 months, and she said, "Well, I hope your bus doesn't crash and you don't die on the way home from school, because you probably would go to hell." And like years later, I'm thinking, like, what could a 5th grader have done to warrant going to hell? And why would you scare me like that?
Scarring. Psychological.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I have it on good authority that God watches Toxic Tuesday.
Okay, good.
And no theologian would counter me on that.
No. Some would say he's on it.
I'm pretty certain St. Peter's here, but God is not.
But anyway, if anyone does have that culture clip, DM me on Twitter or email it to me at markd17@gmail.com, because I'm working on a half cock tonight, and I think that would go well.
16 other Mark D with the C.
Nick must have a copy. Come on, Nick, you must have a copy of that.
I don't, believe it or not. I never saved that clip because I remember I found out the origins of that clip was from the time when we had I think MVP on the stream, and I remember I don't think he was really ready because MVP is like such a good dude, but he's always got like a Captain America like Boy Scoutness to him. That when we went on about everything about culture and his cock, I think Max was just like, "What did I just step into?" He had that.
Who are these people?
Like on his face. Why am I on this bed with all these dudes?
All the memes I've made for this comics, and I don't think I've got that clip. It's the one I don't have.
Yeah, that was the night Culture first said that. That was that night. I remembered. I just remember like now it's part of merch. It's part of hashtags. It's taken on a whole way of life. Now between that his beach punk merchandise that he's doing. oh, you heard that right? It's half cocked. It is half cocked. Absolutely is. God loves you. ... Mostly.
Reminds me of a Christmas card I got once. It said, "Jesus loves you," and you turn it, everyone else thinks you're an asshole.
Oh no, we're not
swamp it. And they were showing Roger Moore in the making of flying one of these hang gliders. I'm like, I can't believe they actually let him do that. But maybe it was just for one scene or something. Up following being towed by the boat. But
I can't imagine.
Yeah, but I was watching after. I'm like, I wonder if they did it as a spoof for like the making of or something. Like, I can't imagine they let him go up in the hang glider.
Insurance companies? Oh man.
Yeah.
Even back then.
Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah.
And it's the main star of the movie, especially nowadays in the day and age of stuntos, unless you have like a rare star who's really insistent on his part. Nowadays, they do whatever it takes to make sure that the main actor does not get injured no matter
in fact, that was Colt Seavers.
Say that again?
Flying hand glider, that was Colt Seavers actually happened.
Okay. Oh, look at Bond in that throne wearing the outfit. I bet they are going to fuck. I mean, she's getting that smile. And no, it's not forbidden territory. This is where he enters solitaire. And eventually there'll have to be an exit.
You're saying he enters solitary confinement?
Solitary confinement. Or confinement. Hung glider. This is that part of the stream where everything starts to go away. Everything is starting to take form now with the territory. Even as he's about to have the straightest fuck of his life, it's still entering that territory. It's a shame he didn't have like a Carl Weathers equivalent card in the bunch, like a Rocky and Apollo card, like where they're bunched together.
Well, it probably should be in there.
That time, I heard you coming.
I think Mark is back. I did not.
Oh, that wasn't me. No, I really got to go to confession.
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob. Blowjob's not that gay.
Jesus. Wow.
I actually argue that this whole movie is his deck because he had Lady 1, Lady 2, Lady 3. So he had Solitaire, Rosie, and Girl. I would call that a full deck. I mean, is there a movie that he's done 4 women in one movie?
I'd have to think about that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, more ways than might be the limit.
In more ways than one, he did her dirty. More ways. I'm trying to think. I mean, chat, correct me. And I know Putin's cat says he knows his Bond. Correct me. Which movie has he done the most ladies in? And she looks like she just kind of has that look like, oh no, that just happened. I feel really dirty.
So it finally happened, yeah.
Especially now that we know the context of her telling her parents, Like I can now see it on her face. Yeah. I can't help but unsee it. She looks like, oh no, my parents are gonna see this movie. For all these years, I just saw it as her worn out after fucking. But now that you showed me that clip, Mark, now all I see is my parents are gonna kill me face.
No, she's looking at the ceiling, going, "This man's old enough to be my father." She just realized that.
Oh, this is fucking weird.
Where's Mad when you need him?
Oh, Mad would want to be a man. That's the difference of Mad. It would have to be all Mad. On Imagine, really, Lazenby? I don't remember. I thought it was just like two ladies then, but maybe I guess I don't remember as well. Oh yeah, we got okay. I guess the
and then he got married.
he gave them the B, man. Yep. Seriously, Ashcom. Yeah, straight up dad's gotta carry. Look, dude, come on. That look at her. That's not acting. That's real life.
And then she's like, I need it a third time, please.
Oh, damn. I love it.
Of course, Roger Moore's hair is perfect after all night in bed with her. Right? Yeah.
That just tells you he's not very good. He can get you there, but he doesn't do a lot while you're there, I guess.
Oh. No.
He's consoling her, yeah.
The deck was slightly stacked.
He's made the most. Is that the answer?
Yeah.
Britain's cat. Wait,
apparently Lazenby is.
Right.
Yeah, apparently that's the one, man. That's the one where he was the pipe breaker, or if anything, he's probably the pipe cleaner. I don't know. You decide what he did with the pipe.
Cleaning the pipes, yes.
And now he's not allowed to have more than one woman, right? I mean, in a movie,
he's not even allowed one now, really.
I was gonna say, didn't No Time to Die? He I don't think he got with the girl from No Time to Die. The girl who's God, what's that actress's name? The one who is Maria Rambeau. Wasn't she the lady who was in No Time to Die? Because I didn't see No Time to Die.
She is in it, yeah. She's in it, but
no fucking.
I didn't watch it.
But oh yeah, never mind. He was married because he was married.
So it means he wasn't getting any at all then.
Yeah. So yeah, but of course.
But what about like From Russia with Love when he was with the two ladies in the gypsy camp? Does that count as two girls at once, or?
Well, was it two? I remember been a while since I've seen it, so there you go. If it was, it was.
Yeah. So he's trying to think of who that counts double, right? Yeah.
Well, lesson number 3.
Look at his face there. Absolutely.
No sense in getting off half cocked.
All right. We're saving that clip. That's a staple.
That's why I need the Culture Casino to go after that.
There's no sense in getting off half cocked.
I mean, that delivery, like, is it obviously is someone who's younger watching that movie have no concept of what that means, but now watching it, it's just I mean, that Roger Moore is the best at that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like he doesn't have see, when Culture talks about the cock, Culture is like all in like a schoolgirl. That's why he needs pigtails on his 15K street, because Moore's a little bit dry about the cock. I swear I'm not trying to like it. Just I just land with these comments and it just happens, I guess.
Like Enter Solitaire. You didn't plan that one out?
No, because I didn't have an exit planned. So from Russia with for a sec, I read it as From Russia with 4 women, not From Russia with Love. The lady at the beginning, from Dr. No, 2 gypsies, and the Russian. Oh shit.
Damn.
So does that mean that and On Her Majesty's Secret Service are tied?
I think so.
Wow. So that means Lazenby and Connery have a sword fight to decide who's the
A cockfight, you mean? A cockfight. Which is illegal in many countries.
There's no sense in going off half-cocked.
Oh, damn. And then oh, man.
I don't know what's more unbelievable, the fact that they had cameras in the jungle or that they were color cameras in the jungle.
And they're motorized too. It's like
right.
They had Nest cameras before there was Nest, right? That's pretty awesome. God, does she look gorgeous there? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Perfect.
Well, you know.
It's like she took up chain smoking after this movie.
Did you really?
I don't know. It's just like when I picture her in my head, I think she had to have smoked for a while after this movie because she's beautiful, like young and beautiful here. And then when I think of like Dr. Quinn, I think of like, yeah, she probably smoked.
She was beautiful on Battlestar Galactica as well. She's still young.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I think she was pretty cute on Dr. Quinn too, but
oh yeah,
maybe because I was older. Yeah.
Colored cameras in that. Oh man.
Or triple canceled tonight.
Hey now.
I found an article. Of course, it's an article.
Has sex with.
Here, why don't I show it? Yeah.
If anything, technically, he's the real Magic Johnson, if you think about it.
No, Magic Johnson ain't shit. It's Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, it was Wilt Chamberlain. 10,000 ladies.
That motherfucker.
So Gene Simmons numbers.
So Dr. No, if someone wants to keep track, Dr. No is 3. Honey Rider, yeah. Ooh, wowzers.
Mm-hmm.
Russia with Love, 4. You count the twins. Goldfinger, 2, I guess, but Pussy Galore probably the most.
I mean, technically,
iconic
Galore.
Yeah, 2.
Thunderball, 3. Wowzers.
Okay.
You Only Live Twice, 1, 2, 3 again. Her Majesty's Secret Service, 3 ladies, right?
Wow.
And
Diamonds
well,
Are
Tracy
Forever.
versus Maris. Just Tiffany Case. That's it, right?
Wow. So
Live and Let Die. 3.
3. Yep.
Yep.
Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah, that makes sense. And because no, that was the best one. Even though it was just 2, the handling of those 2 was the best because the fact that he put Goodnight in the closet.
Yeah.
Maud Adams, yeah, isn't it?
Oh, he put Goodnight in the closet, and then also he does Anders. Dude, that was amazing, hilarious.
I Love Me, 3. Oh, that's a great one. I love that movie.
Yeah, 3. Moonraker 2, probably.
Yeah, Moonraker 3. Oh, don't forget Holly Good. You forgot Holly Goodhead.
I didn't forget her.
And it still has the best. It has the best double entendre as well. Moonraker. The attempting.
Okay, we should have a vote in the chat. I'm gonna get a poll set up. I want to decide on the names. Holly Goodhead, Pussy Galore, and we got pick a third name we can vote on for best name. So let's
Mary
find
Goodnight.
Should we go Goodnight?
Goodnight.
Mary Goodnight's a good
Honey Rider. Honey Rider.
Honey Rider. Yeah, you can do those 4.
Honey Rider. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get a poll going.
You can get
right
4
now
though, can't you? On a poll,
You can do 4. Yeah.
We can do up to 4. Yeah.
And Octopus,
All right,
of course. That was my. I always tell the story. That was my birthday party back when I was like 13 or 14, going to see that. And my mom's like, we had ice cream and cake. She's like, "Okay, boys, everyone get in the car. It's time to go see Electro Pussy."
Electro Pussy. That's an even better title.
Electro.
And all my friends are laughing. My mom's like, "What did I say?" She had no idea. Oh, we're still laughing. Okay, View to a Kill. He had 4 ladies at that age. Yeah.
I wonder he should have died during that. Then really, shouldn't he? It's a heart attack.
Died. Living Daylights 2. License to Kill 2.
2? No.
Isn't it like 1. A total of like 32, maybe?
That should be 1. Lupe, he did not have sex with. That's wrong.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Ark or somebody help me. Pussy Galore, Mary Goodnight,
Holly Goodhead.
What are the other 2?
Holly Goodhead.
Holly Goodhead.
Honey Rider was another.
Honey Rider with a Y for Rider.
HONEY.
Yep, and RYDER.
All right, Honey Rider. Okay.
There might be other ones. We should look through the rest of these first.
I was gonna say, do we want to really settle Honey Rider, or should we?
Well,
look
keep.
Warm
Christmas
Flash.
Jones had the great joke,
Warm
but it's
Flash.
not a great name other than the joke, of course.
Yeah,
Christmas. Yeah.
Jinx. What's up, TZ?
Hey, TZ Burton.
Frost. I don't like Miranda Frost. That's a dumb name. That's stupid. Great. I love the movie.
How about Apollo Creed? Didn't Apollo Creed would be a good choice? No, just
Apollo Creed. No, should we do that just for the Apollo Creed?
Just for fun. You're just giving it away to the chat.
Okay, Pussy Galore, Mary Goodnight, Holly Goodhead, Apollo Creed. We're doing it.
And Rob L
Which
just
was
has
the
to be
best
one.
Bond, the best Bond conquest.
All right, chat. Go vote. There's no 3 a.m. ballot dubs here. Just go ahead and vote.
You know that Apollo Creed's
Apollo Creed.
I'm gonna go vote for the bro hug.
I guess I get to vote in my own. No, I don't get to vote.
No, you
in my
can't
own
vote.
poll.
You're disenfranchised.
Let's see. Apollo Creed and Holly Goodhead are at. Oh! Holly and Apollo are competing. No one's voting for Mary. Pussy's still winning.
That's like duh. Pussy always wins.
I'm disappointed that people are taking this seriously.
Come on. Everyone vote for Apollo.
Zero? Really?
Wow.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, not one vote for Mary Goodnight.
You're never going to.
I guess
No,
Bruce
you're never
voted.
going to pick
Bruce
Good Night
voted.
over Good Head, are you?
Right?
Good Head always
It's not a
comes
good
before
night
Good
without
Night.
good head. I'm just
Good
telling
Head
you.
always comes before Good Night.
Matt's just into the chat with like 7 different accounts. There we go for Apollo Creed.
Handy Randy's like Apollo Creed.
This guy, he just came into the beard. Not only has a mustache, now he's clean
This is.
shaven.
Are we in Chicago now? I mean, that bus looks pretty much like the Chicago Transit.
It looks like the night bus from Harry Potter, dude. Come
I
on.
don't think we have any double deckers over here.
No, that's from the Warriors, 1979.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so far we're at 35 votes while you guys are voting like crazy. Thanks for making your votes count, guys. And Pussy Galore is at 49%, 50%, 49. Holly Goodhead's at
to show your
27.
IDs.
I'm actually surprised Apollo Creed's going back down. Apollo Creed's only at 16%.
Apollo
Mary
Creed's
Goodnight
going
at
down
5.
again? Are you saying
Yeah,
he's going down
Apollo
again?
Creed's going down. Guys, you better get those ballots.
Like, I don't know if this is gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob. Blowjob's not that gay.
I mean, who doesn't fancy a mustache ride?
So anyway, getting back to the movie.
Why?
This scene here, the poor
There's a
stuntman.
movie? There's a movie.
Yeah. This stunt went wrong. And of course, they couldn't do this today. They had taken out all the coral in the
You know
ocean.
why
here for
the stunt
guy
went
to-
wrong? You know why it went wrong? Because someone's
Why?
blown away by something that they
You
discovered.
have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Poor stuntman landed a spot with it. And they-
They're like, oh, watch out, it's Dolph Lundgren. Oh shit.
So what were you saying, Mark?
Well, the poor guy lands on his back when you watch the making of,
Oh, my
and he's wrecked
goodness.
because he lands where he's not supposed to. They kind of knew he would land like this, and he lands on the coral, so everyone rushes
'Cause
to
he
like,
gets
oh,
cut
he
to
wasn't hurt
shreds.
too badly, but
Gets cut
so
to
they thought there was a
shreds.
curse on. They thought there was a curse on this movie because everyone kept getting hurt.
Grow your own
They kept
mustache
crashing
and
the
give
boats.
yourself rides. Oh boy.
But that was Colt Seavers. He was pretty tough.
And Roger Moore actually went to see a card reader in New Orleans to get all their fortunes told, and they said, "Oh, you're gonna have a son," and then he was joking, but he said, "Yeah, his son was conceived during the making of this movie." So he did. I mean, of course, the guy, who knows how good these predictions are, but yeah, it was. So a lot of stunt people got hurt in this movie. Roger Moore got hurt in one of the boat scenes training for this movie. the boat ran out of gas and he got whipped into the back. They thought he knocked his teeth out and got hurt. And then he was having kidney stones. He got taken to the hospital one day during the filming. So a lot of stuff was going on. Everyone kept thinking the damn movie was cursed. So, and that's actually Jane Seymour on the bus too. She's on the commentary. They let her ride on the bus through, and during that's some of the stunts. They let her stay on the bus. They'd never do that today. I mean,
no,
there's too much insurance involved now.
Yeah, I mean, back then she's just a 20-year-old. Yeah, no one knew who she was, but yeah, it's like she's like, yeah, that's me on the bus there.
Except her parents knew who she was because we saw the look at her face. I never, anytime I rewatch this movie for the rest of my life, I'm gonna see the look of like shit.
I'm just surprised that this movie got made successfully as it was, because Roger Moore's wife is there. Whenever there's a steamy scene going on, she's there watching.
That's kind of weird.
But cucking it, that's cool.
Like, I just imagine Roger Moore's wife, like, looking like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Here's my husband with a 20-year-old
What are you doing?
With a 20-year-old woman.
I see you there.
Why are you swelling down at your pants? You never swell down at your pants when you do this to me in the bedroom.
Well, what did she look like? Was she hot too?
Probably not. I mean, she's British and in her 40s in the 1970s.
He was rich.
Yeah,
I mean, rich people shouldn't have ugly wives. I mean, isn't that the whole thing of money?
Supposed to be.
Damn.
Oh, there she is on the bus.
There she is. That surprised me when I saw this part.
See, I didn't think that actually was her. I thought it was probably just a lady that they made look like her, because that just seems way too much of a risk to have her involved.
Yeah, I know.
Especially, did you see how clean that thing got leveled too? Got leveled off. Granted, they may have set it up for it to be that way, but still such a huge risk if shit goes wrong.
If they would have weakened the second level and then drove it under that trestle the way they did, I could see it shearing that cleanly. But they would have had to cut, stipple it. I was thinking.
Well, they told the stunt driver just go 50 miles an hour and it'll work.
Well, he's also a trained bus driver.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they're like, just do it. You can do it. And then
we've got a bridge like a couple miles down the street from our house. And it's like an old concrete, train bridge, and semis get stuck under it all the time.
Is it like 11'8"?
I don't know. It's probably less than that.
That's awkward. Imagine just pulling up. Also, you just see a big old truck stuck.
Yeah, happens at least 2 or 3 times a year.
Action Com, as far as I'm aware, Pierce Brosnan's been with his wife for 20, 30 years now. He's actually one of the few celebrities who stuck with his wife.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware,
even Wolverine just got divorced.
Yeah, Wolverine got divorced. So Pierce Brosnan is the last man standing. As far as I'm aware, I mean, if there's someone else out there, I don't know, but Pierce Brosnan's been with. I think he originally had a wife who died. He had a really bad tragedy his life, and then he married another lady. Is that correct? I think I can't remember the exact story. I can't remember, but I think that's what happened with Pierce Brosnan. The lady he's been with since forever. I can't remember. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was.
At the time, Roger Moore was with Luisa Mattioli, and she was an Italian actress.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not bad looking, but
is she the Hot Shots Part 2 lady hot?
I mean, she's not Jane Seymour hot by any means.
Okay.
Hey, does Will Smith still count? I mean, are they technically not divorced?
I know he gets to watch.
He gets to watch. Oh, damn.
What's happening, baby?
Mr. Big wants to see you. Dude, his mud chops rule, man. Now, I used to have sideburns like that. Not as like froey.
You could do that again.
But equally as badass. Yeah, but if I do that, I have to give up my levy. If I give up the levy, I will not hear the end of it from everyone.
If you grew your beard back, I wouldn't say a word.
Oh, dude, I'm not doing that again for another 4 or 5 years. When I did that last year, man, that I don't like keeping up with that type of stuff. I'm not good with it, and I don't want to
brush it
be good
every
with
day.
it. Yeah, then there's the shampooing, the conditioning, and lotions and all that stuff. It's like, bro,
Are you some kind of girl or something? I mean, what's that?
well, no, so you don't get dandruff and shit.
I just use a tea tree oil shampoo like 2 or 3 times a week.
See,
I'm a simple man.
well, it's good you're a simple man, but I just, dude, it's kind of like when I had the long hair and mohawk. I used to, when I had my head bald, but except I had a long haired mohawk. It's like, yeah, sure, it looks cool, but keeping up with it.
Oh yeah, that'd be a pain in the ass.
Because
you got to shave it just right. Yeah.
Even professionally, it's just like I don't want to go to someone every month. To me, that drives me crazy. So I just end up shaving my head again because I get really impatient. It's just like, hey, nothing personal. The person cutting my head, but I don't want to deal with this in my life. This shouldn't be my life. So fuck it. It ain't gonna happen. All right, let's see how many votes we got. Guys, we have 42 votes here. 45 votes. There we go. Can we get up 48 votes? Can we get 2 more votes to 50? I'll end the poll. I will put an end to our poll here. Seriously, no dude will come once we get to 50.
He's gonna do something good to your poll.
At 52%, Pussy Galore is at 52%. Mary Goodnight is at 6%. Apollo Creed is at 19%, with Holly Goodhead at 23%. If Apollo Creed gets 2 more votes, he actually might be in second place over.
He's enough
Holly
to
Goodhead.
swing it. He's the
He might be able to. He might be able to make a
election.
comeback. Can
He's gonna
Apollo
swing it?
He's going to swing it. That's a real slap in the face for the winner. Slap in the face.
Yeah, everybody in this chat's got it better than us. They're not concerned about Goodhead.
People undervalue. Guys, come on. Who hasn't voted? There's 2 more votes. Why? There's 48 votes. Let's get the 2. Come on. Come on.
Just do it now.
Come on. Vote. No ballot dumps.
Stunts like this in multiple Bond movies. Plane going through hangar
Holy
doors.
shit.
Yes.
Dude.
A couple times, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine
I was just thinking, like, this whole sequence could have taken out of the movie and it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, that would have been pretty okay.
Well, they had to have some way for him to recapture Solitaire, then Bond to get away from him because it led to a big chase scene. So I don't know how they were going to do it.
The more movies
that
always
is
have a
true,
chase.
Klobby. That is a good. That's actually, I never thought of it like that because I've always wondered about the scene. It's like, yeah, it's entertaining to see everything go to shit with the plane and he's trying to get away. But now that you mentioned that, I see your point.
It needed Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
All right. One more vote, guys. Oh, here we go. All right. And the results are going to come up in the chat, guys. And obviously, Pussy Galore has the most votes.
No surprise.
And Pussy Galore is at, I think, 54%. I'm waiting for it. There you go. 54%. Holly Goodhead is at 21%. Apollo Creed is at 18%. Very Good Night was at 5%. So, okay, Apollo Creed almost got second place. Almost did it.
That just shows you how good of a name Pussy Galore is.
I voted for Goodhead, just so everybody's aware.
Yeah, I was appreciative of Goodhead myself.
I can't even vote in my own election.
No, sir.
I guess that would be. I guess that is what you call a conflict of interest. If I did that, I didn't vote for Barrett. You vote for Apollo Creed? Please, if you feel like Sherry Lisa, did you vote for Apollo? Saltzilla said, "I like good."
Smart person.
We have really, really smart people in this chat about just about the best that I've seen. Like the absolute most fantastic chat. There's 21% really wise people out there. Just saying. What about wow? I don't know. What about Dig? What? What did I miss?
Well, here, this clip is from earlier, but it kind of fits here too.
Whose funeral is it?
Yours.
That just leads you to believe that they do that like 3 times a week.
Yeah, I love that casket. God.
Hey, at least they gave him a lift on the way. They at least gave him a lift on the way out. So I'd say I appreciate their generosity. You know, sometimes a guy needs a ride on the way out. They got him covered. What's wrong with the bouth? I once had a nasty turn to booth. Ooh, that sounds really nasty.
It just makes me like if I ever go to Louisiana and I'm standing there on Bourbon Street or whatever, I'm going to be watching around, make sure no one stabs me.
I'm not going to ask whose funeral it is ever.
Exactly.
Never ask.
Important safety tip.
I'll cross the street.
Clobbering Times knows that because he lives down there. But
I was gonna say, Clubby probably watched this movie in reference to say, okay, this is how to act, how not to act when down there.
He knows people in the possession. He's like, oh, I know that.
March. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh hey, look, they said she actually sang the song.
Yeah,
that was from the movie. Wow.
Well, it wouldn't have worked if Paul McCartney was on stage now, right? I mean,
well, it should have been him.
That was on Charter Street. I don't know why they called it Dr. Street, but Charterson Domain, the Quarter.
Uh-huh.
I hate the French Quarter.
You don't like the French Quarter?
It's for world famous, but just don't. If you ever go down there, have your nose amputated first.
Tourist attraction,
big time. Well, you know, you've heard of the French Quarter, I'm sure. Who hasn't?
You probably want to at least see it once in your life, kind of thing.
I guess, yeah. When you get dragged down there too many times, and basically walking around down there, when you leave, you want to destroy your shoes because you don't want. You know.
I mean, that's like I live like 4 miles from the Indianapolis 500. I've never been to a race, but we used to go. We used to go out to the night before the race because that was like a big. They close off the street and they'd allow people to drink open container, and beads and boobies and all that stuff. Like a big basically like an Indianapolis Mardi Gras type thing.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, I understand.
Well, when I was down there, we were drinking one night, watching the bars, and they had like 3-for-1s and 4-for-1s down there. I couldn't believe it. And then the bartender goes to my wife, "Do you want to walk home tonight or crawl home?" And my wife says, "Crawl home." We got so drunk. I mean, I couldn't believe what I don't know what the guy put in there. It was probably like grain alcohol or whatever the heck was in that drink. And I stopped drinking. My wife was so far gone, and I'm helping her back to the hotel. We're walking, and people are making fun of her for being drunk in New Orleans. I'm like, wait a minute, isn't that that's how drunk?
Isn't everybody? Yeah.
Isn't everyone? And he would have loved this, Nick. She went to a burger place and we're ordering, try to get some food to sober up. And someone paid the trick on the salt shaker where they loosened the salt shaker and all the salt went on her burger. She didn't care. She brushes it off and eats the damn thing. People are laughing.
Awesome. All right. So we got Bull Rush here who left a $3 direct donation.
That will never get old.
What? That clip has more meaning than ever now with the Marvels coming out. And that was Bull Rush for $3 direct donation. He says, check your Twitter DMs, Nick. And, well, I just did. So that was good timing.
That's awesome.
Thank you for the $3, sir. And this is a great photo. I do appreciate it. I don't know if I, enjoyed having my life risked on this vehicle, but no, it is a very funny meme. So appreciate that.
At least you were on the main level and not the top level.
Yeah, that's true. At least I was on the main level. So
you were stuck with solitaire.
Yeah, I was. Things do happen in this world, and I got another one from ActionCom relayed to someone else. Oh boy. And well, I never envisioned me, but you guys can all envision you. So I'm showing this strictly for the purpose of comedy. Strictly for the purpose of comedy. Because obviously I have my misses, but yes, for the sake of comedy, there's your laugh right there.
I like the quote you've got there, Nick, too. That's
just as it did to my mother.
I highly doubt your significant other is going to think you're giving it to Jane Seymour. I think you're safe.
No.
I wait. I hear the yelling from the other room. Nick, what did you just do with Jane Seymour? Get off of YouTube.
That would make you very old.
And Nick would say, "What didn't I do?"
All we did was eat pizza. I swear.
Yeah, pizza. I swear.
That's Will Smith after he, finishes being a waiter for his wife and her new boyfriend.
Wow. Just wow.
Nick Yafakoto was great in this movie.
Dude, I'm nocturnal, man. I'm just nocturnal. Dude, he could have gotten out of those cuffs. Go back to those cuffs. I look at that shit, I'm like, bro, just move your arm.
Yeah, I think the one on the left didn't work like it was supposed to. The right one worked better.
Those are the comfort mode.
Well, there were guys with guns in there anyway.
On you.
So,
I mean, I love the guy with the forceps for a hand. It's like
the hook.
Yeah, you can just literally see it's just attached to his hand. Like, it's just so
it's
much.
Always like that in movies, yeah.
So much, not like Bruce. Ash did it.
It looked pretty long. Better. It still looked like it was a little.
Yeah.
But
this looks like he's got another foot there.
Yes.
Like, what, you didn't have your hand amputated for the movie? Come on. What about all the method acting?
Yeah. What are you? You're not De Niro, are you? You're not.
Oh, you got the role, but
De Niro would have done
the right hand off
back then. Kodo's fantastic in this movie.
He does.
He is. Yeah.
Seymour and a fetus. That Seymour and a fetus. I don't know, man. I know nothing.
That's actually not Nick. That's Nick's father.
Oh yeah, my dad. Oh well, of course Lemmy did.
There you go.
Of course my dad did. It makes too much sense because Lemmy was he was quite the banger. Just saying, he was quite the banger.
But he was popular.
His warts brought all the ladies to the yard. Believe it or not, the warts on his face brought the ladies to the yard.
Nice.
He said,
"Yeah,
go ahead, Clubby."
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't asking it.
Nah, how's Handy Ray? How do you feel about T? Oh, dude, he's jealous of his ass. He's got a metal handy. He could give a very metal handy whenever he wants to. I mean, it might be a little pointy, a little spiky, but his handies are made of metal. So that is definitely a great question, D Bud. Did you cha-cha?
Here we have Bond has Kananga rather monologuing. Because that's what Bond always does to his baddies. Gets the monologuing.
Dude, it's almost like, are you a super villain if you don't get to have at least one monologue?
Right.
Yeah, it's like bad. No, super villain 101.
You can shoot him right now, and it's over.
Yeah, that's true. That would be the end of the movie.
Yeah, we don't want Batman,
that. You got a monologue with Batman, right? I mean,
yeah.
Look at those eyes.
6 years before.
Say that, Bruce, again.
Emperor says, "Is this Yaphet before or after Alien?" He was like, "Oh, before." Yeah, it was 6 years before Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, got a few good years on this one.
Dang,
absolutely.
That's a view to kill.
Yeah.
I see what you did there, Jess.
Yeah, look how nervous is. I really feel for her there. She lost her powers and she doesn't know what she's gonna do now. So yeah, let's just leave that there. Look at the dramatic acting that's going on there. It's beautiful.
Bond may lose an appendage. He might lose an appendage if she's
I
not
like the color grading.
Color grading.
Damn it. Butterhook.
You talk. of you to a Salter makes a nice you guys in the comments. Salter makes a nice.
So should we have a poll when I should continue the slideshow, or should I leave this here for a while?
Wait, what slideshow?
This is fine. Keep it here.
Yeah.
This is better than a boat chase.
It is.
Color grading also, yeah. Color grading. I get that bullshit because it says color. Oh, see, I thought Alien was like 80 or 81.
79.
Okay.
79, sir.
79.
It's early, yeah.
Vigilant. Okay.
I guess you can proceed.
I can, yeah.
I
just made it my desktop.
If you really want to, you can.
Wait, let me put this on Discord for people to share.
If you can use AI and remove that top, see what happens. But
why do Discord when you have Gilded? Because if you have Gilded,
I meant to say Gilded.
You have everything when you have Gilded.
D-Bud Martin, a toast, my good man.
All right, let's go on. Sorry, guys.
Bear that boat. Motorboating.
Proceed to more vital areas.
Roger Moore looks really like, what am I doing here? He looked very confused. Oh, he's listening. He doesn't have much else going on right now. He kind of has to listen to you. Dude, look at the cuff on his left hand. Once again, it's not even half. It's like just maybe halfway on. That angle does not do that even more justice. Jeez. Just get out, James. I know you're surrounded, but bro, come on.
Do some of that kung fu shit.
I mean, I guess now I see that Handy Randy Gone Metal wants to bust his pinky. I guess we could say that's why he stays in line, but I don't know. John Wick lost a figure. Why can't Roger Moore? Just saying. Come on, Bond. Lose the finger. It's just your finger. Ooh, yeah. That's no good. That's not good. This guy does not look like a whisper. When I just see this guy, I don't think of a whisper. I do not see a whisper.
Think of a tidal wave.
Yeah, he should be given
looks
a better
uncomfortable.
name. He does look uncomfortable. I don't know, man. He's got a very red outfit, though. That's for sure. He looks like he's one of the guys who fupas his outfit. He looks like he's a fupa type. He's that type of guy. He's a fupa wearer. You see, well, yeah, that's why he's definitely not a whisper. I can see he crashes like thunder. Yeah. All right, guys, give you like 1 minute. I'll be right back. Mark or Klobby or somebody.
Okay, yeah.
Fine.
Yes. Vamping time. Let's talk about Jane Seymour. No, we already did that. Oh, no, we
can do it again.
Damn. Now a card's burning. I gave you every chance, Seymour. Yep.
Yeah, we're all.
I don't know, we're all look, yeah, no, hey, look.
You can't speak.
No, but seriously, this is a great scene. We're getting toward, I guess, a little over halfway through the film, and we're getting to a very cool scene coming up. About halfway, would you say? Maybe halfway through the movie.
I think a little bit more.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a little bit more, not much.
A little bit more.
No, yeah.
I took way too many clips on this one. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wonder why. Yeah, so
I wonder why. Yeah.
she was 20 years old. Good Lord, man. That's amazing.
Well, and she had one of the all-time great Hollywood careers, and as well too. So, yeah.
I actually forgot about her, and I watched Battlestar Galactica in 1978-79, and I remember her dying off on that show. That was sad.
Second episode, yeah.
I think it was the third, actually.
Technically, it was the second story. The first was a three-parter that had Saga of the Star World. Then Lost Planet of the Gods. Lost Planet of the Gods. The second was a two-parter. I guess technically you say she was in 5 if you cut them out that way, but they're the first 2 stories.
Yeah, because they made movies out of those, right?
She was in Playboy. Do you guys know that?
I
didn't remember. I should have known.
Someone in the chat put in what issue she's in. Yep.
But they should have.
Oh, that's what I come back to. That's what I come back to. She's the Playboy. I should have remembered. Of course, I come back and it's super toxic. Of course.
What's toxic about articles? They're well written.
Yeah.
Duh. Rude. We can read.
Yeah.
She's actually done it. She's been in it twice. She's been in Playboy twice.
Oh, wow. Can you share that screen with us now?
No.
She was in it at the
on our
age of
channel.
Imagine that sign. Trespassers will be eaten. Straight up.
Okay, this is a real place in Jamaica. You want to talk about it, doesn't you?
No.
Well, I was going to say the guy who owns this is where they got the second name for Mr. Big. I can't pronounce it right now. But
Kanaga?
Yeah.
Kananga?
The guy who owned it, that was his name.
Yep.
I thought that was the stuntman's name that ran across the.
Well, that is his name. That's who did the stunt. Yeah. So they were driving around looking for locations in Jamaica, and they saw this. Yeah, trespassers will be eaten, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" And then they went on site, and they said, "Oh, this is great." And that's actually him in the movie. And if you watch, I'll try to find the clip again, but
where he's jumping
across
crocodiles.
Yeah, he did it 5 times, and
they
fifth
kept
time he
sending off
finally
to
made
London for shoes and suits.
Yeah, he actually one of the times the croc gets like part of his leg, the material in his leg. The second or third time, he lands in the water and he's just next to the crocodiles. I'm like, hey, how do they line the crocs up like this? And oh my god, I can't believe the guy. I wonder how much he got paid for that stunt. I mean, because it doesn't go right. 4 or 5 times they show it on the making of DVD, and it's just unbelievable, that stunt. I mean, the guy is crazy guy, and he's on that farm, and he's talking about his dad owned it, and the crocodile ate his dad. And he's then he kept doing
brutal, man.
Yeah. So
damn,
he's like this crazy guy, and of course in the stunt they film it from behind, so you can't tell it's not Roger Moore.
Yeah, because it was Colt Seavers in the
the fall guy.
Wow.
But let me try to find the clip I was watching today. It was unbelievable watching this stunt. It's like, talk about craziness. I mean,
you could totally tell he had a full arm and used the metal handy. You could totally tell he unlike Bruce Campbell in the Evil Dead trilogy, you could tell like Bruce Campbell definitely covered up his handy better. Whereas this guy's just like, I'm just gonna look like I've lost the head.
Well done, Albert.
Here's the scene. I'll pause it and just show like a couple of clips from it, so we're safe that way. But this is unfreaking believable. Let me pause it here and bring it over.
All right,
let me pause.
Bring it on over. We can just keep it going because you have a lot.
Yeah, we got.
Just keep you have a lot.
I got too much. Yeah, I always go overboard. Let me make sure it's still going. All right, there we go.
Like another stream that you're on, Mark, later in the week. And here's the preps that I did for the stuff that we didn't use in the shows.
Yeah.
On.
There's Colt. Boom.
Mark's stack of stuff.
So there's one. He almost makes it the first time, and he falls.
Yeah.
And then this one, But this one, like this attempt was, look, he's in the freaking water with the crocodile. He fell. There's crocs all around him.
He's used to that shit.
Look at the guys in the water with the crocodiles. Like, uneffing believable. I mean, just
he's got these huge balls. I don't know how he carries them.
Yeah, how is he able to run right? I have no idea.
Yeah, look, the pants. His pants get stuck on the crocodile there. It's like, yeah. Then they show, the final attempt obviously works, and they edit it a little bit, but that's got to be one of the greatest stunts in Bond, movie.
Yeah,
movie history.
Yeah, because your assumption as a viewer is just that it was fake. It was a film. It was fake crocodiles and all that crap. But
yeah, I thought it was fake. I never looked into like the scene, and I thought about, wow, I thought it was fake shit. Wow, hot damn.
Yeah. The moment in Live and Let Die where Bond steps across the row of crocodiles is real. Crocodile farmer Ross Contanga, I'm not sure how you say his name, whose own father had been eaten by a crocodile, did the stunt. He succeeded on his 5th attempt.
I would have succeeded never.
Yeah, most people wouldn't.
Found a crocodile.
I mean, unless Jane Seymour was right there on the bank, I'd have been like, well, I'm dead.
I mean, would they even let you do that today or try that?
No, not a chance. Right? I can't believe they let him do that even then. But yeah. It's crazier times, different times.
Hey, when did they start putting seat belts in the back seats of these cars?
Well, let's be real. This shit still happens in Florida. So if you go down to Florida, you'll probably see this happen on a Monday morning. So it's not
I see
a big
people
deal
playing
down
with alligators all the time on YouTube and stuff. Of course, where I live, where my parents used to live, it was nothing for an alligator to end up in the backyard or in the driveway under cars and stuff. Yeah.
So this is interesting here too. He said crocodiles were immobilized in a line by having them tied down in the water using weights. Oh, that's how they did it. Kananga then ran across their backs for the stunt, which was eventually included in the movie. Okay, so they did have weights tying them down.
Yeah, who had to do the tying? I mean, that had to be fun.
Yeah, it was probably him. Stunt took 5 attempts to get right, and Kananga said the crocodiles knew what to expect after the first attempt and were waiting for him each time he tried it. The film company kept sending to London for more clothes, just like Dustin said. Yeah, he revealed in 1973. The crocs were chewing off everything when I hit the water, including shoes. I received 193 stitches on my leg and face. I received $60,000 for the stunt, which is definitely not enough.
Well, that was today. Probably like what, 120,000, 180,000.
Well, that's actually more money than Paul McCartney got for the song. He got 50,000 for the song, I think, or something.
They wouldn't let you do it now.
He's probably collecting royalties, though. He's probably collecting mad royalties. From the song, so it balanced out for him at least. So he don't have to worry, at least as far as that goes. Go ahead, 70s. You were saying. 70s?
I was only going to say that they wouldn't let you do it now because they would say cruel to the crocodiles, and they wouldn't let you do it now. It's true that's the way that would be the reason. Well, you can't tie them down like that. Yeah.
Okay. let's get. Ooh, I don't know. I'll drop that. I'll
make me happy.
What was that? What was that, Bruce?
You make me happy. Pull my Simple Jack out.
Well, it was a good Jack.
Comics.
Rick Flav, Dave's here. I'm having a hard time getting these skaters down. Woo! See, no, okay. There's a guy who's not a Florida man who would do this today because he's been in like several plane crashes and he's just like not fazed by like anything. Ric Flair's just as I said before, Ric Flair's been 60 years old for the last 30 years, and somehow he's just still I swear I think he doesn't just drink a gallon of coffee. I think he like showers in it. So his body's just like an aura of like energy. He's like an energy ball. He just still keeps that going and be the way he is. Even God, I don't know how he does it.
He just chews on a mouthful of coffee beans. That's all he does. Ric Flair just gulp, slams these down.
I believe it. He's a golfer. He's a golfer. And then there's that lovely photo back of us, man. Those looks. I know we highlighted the scene a little bit earlier, but man, when you look at those looks earlier on, bro, those appearances. I don't know. Do you think those appearances would be considered way too racy with the I guess you could say the Papa Shango look, Mark 70s with these looks? And obviously the guy was even like in his weird like Speedo outfit earlier with a suit jacket on and like a penguin cap on. Do you feel like those looks would be reeking of cancellation too, or do you think those are just the looks that fitted the dance party? Because they definitely are some weird outfits, that's for sure. No matter what, whether it's cancellation or not, they are weird looking outfits. That's for sure.
They're different. I would think we could still do it today, though, especially with the right. If you are the right demographic, you could pull it off.
I think so. It's all about the demographic now. They could be hot again.
You think soon this is gonna be a thing? Everyone's just gonna start doing jangling their junk and wearing a suit jacket. I don't
Possible.
that. I don't know if I want to imagine that. I don't know if I want to imagine that. That really freaks me out. Oh, let me bring back the screen.
Yeah, I gotta see this boat. Oh, the great boat sponsor. This is so phenomenal.
One of the big highlights of the movie.
That's what makes part of the stunts in this movie are fantastic, and they were showing how they were scouting the location, and the lady who lived down there is like, they want to film a Bond movie here. That's awesome.
Roger Moore's toupee guy had a big challenge with that.
Well, this is also between Dustin. Your mic's off. I can see you're trying to talk.
I was gonna say, like, is that a normal thing? Like, do all Bonds wear toupees?
I don't know. It could be real here. I was just making a joke. I think
it's
challenging. That scene was challenging, though.
There is an Irish bayou out by the, well, in certain Slidell, New Orleans East, all those areas, very familiar areas out there.
It's called the Irish Bayou, or
yeah, they mentioned it in the movie. They said
one of the lines.
There's an Irish bayou out there, but some of this is weird because this looks like old Highway 90. This was the 70. I mean, they're going into New Orleans there, which makes no sense.
Interstate 90?
No, Highway 90.
Okay.
It's different. That's coming, and that's like runs along like the coast, and from it goes from Mississippi to Louisiana and to the lower part of the other side of New Orleans. But that shot there of them going into Louisiana makes no sense. Everything was already taking place in Louisiana. I think that was did that so they could show that sign, because that sign's a little off. But anyway, they were probably they're near the levee. They're near the Lake Pontchartrain up in there, and they're about, and the Irish Bayou. It's all over the place, but it's Slidell.
Well, at least Clubby, they're trying to show, hey, someone got somewhere, because in Dark Knight Rises, when Batman got out of the cave that Tom Hardy Bane put him in, well, we don't know how he got there, but he did get back to Gotham. We did not see that.
Wasn't it filmed in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, a lot of it was filmed in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Of course, a little bit Chicago. There's definitely some Chicago in.
Dark Knight was Chicago.
Especially in Dark
Knight.
The
second, the Dark Knight movie was Chicago, right? But then the next one was the other one was Pittsburgh. I've heard.
Well, you had a lot of that stuff that was shot on Lower Wacker. I always like that Lower Wacker. I'll give you a Lower Wacker.
There you go.
I love Pepper, by the way.
Is right around the time when I guess you could say the chase scenes are not only becoming a more prominent feature of Bond movies, but they pick up steam, no pun intended, with the crazy factor. Because like for me, like when I was getting the Bond, like that was like a big thing for me, is like chase scenes, just like that's one of my favorite aspects of the movie. It's just seeing everyone go fast, trying to chase each other. The crazy shit happens along the way. You do get a good amount of it. And even with the follow-up that we did last week with Man the Golden Gun with the car flip. The chase scenes are getting prominent, they're getting crazier, they're getting wackier. People are reacting like this guy does. And then, of course, the gadgets were getting better as we had the watch that was set up earlier that is about to pay off not long from now. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, this chase scene freaking rules.
But sadly, no appearance by Q. I was the one that we missed.
It's so
Desmond
odd.
Llewellyn.
Yeah, so odd. No Q. Yeah,
saving money. They wanted to save money in the movie. They were cheap, and they didn't need to fly him to. He wouldn't be in the States. Was their lame excuse? Not
Major Boothroyd. Yeah, that's probably what.
Yeah.
Oh, so Q likes to stay in his bubble, of course. Well, Q, you need to come to America. I mean, obviously that won't happen now, but I'm pretending this movie's present tense, and that shit ain't gonna happen. Come on, bro.
Clifton James, Chef Pepper. So Clifton James was born in New York City. Wow, he does a good stereotypical
Southerner,
redneck. Actually, I don't know what kind of Southern he is, but I guess he's from Louisiana. We don't have been able to talk that way, but I think someone hit on something in the chat that I thought of last night. Is I guess he could be sort of probably not, but maybe the inspiration for Sheriff Buford P. Justice.
He is. I would say, right? Yeah,
similar. Yeah.
And he's actually a northern. The guy's not from the South.
No,
he's from the North, right? Yeah.
Usually, actors in art do really crazy They come down here and they do just over the top stereotypes of the way people really talk down here. He's not talking like they talk down the bayou at all, but he's just a redneck, so he's different.
They wanted to save some money, Penny. Well said, Darth Viewer. Well said. Even with a flux capacitor on your screen, that's going to need 1.27 gigawatts to light that joke up.
1.21 gigawatts? What the hell's a gigawatt?
1.21. That's like 1.21 gigawatts.
It's like a gigolo.
I do like this bit though with the pool. This is a neat bit. Yeah,
that's. So
I like how he just lands in their backyard. That's like
in the pool.
I need a new boat.
Yeah, and they're showing this clip right here. Then the guy hits a tree.
Though. That's seriously. I'd love to have that ground pool. Look at all that land. Dude.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously,
it's safer to be in the pool because you can look down and see any gators in there.
Yeah, and they go in there that close.
You could also pick up some nice bass from the weeds over there.
We could have a lot of good pizza. Fishing. We can have so much good pizza. We have an open yard, open field, lots of parties. You can have a best party.
Who's going to deliver that pizza though?
I don't know. Some Florida man will Uber Eats. I don't know.
Is that an overlay?
It'll be fine. I'm just hoping for the best. I trusted the Florida man. All right. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I'm just doing that because obvious reasons. That's all. The YouTubes of the world. That's all.
Of
course, you listen to me. Yeah, so I'm full black Russian drive boats and beat the band.
Black Russian.
That guy's hilarious with his redonkulous voice. Oh, they're gonna come. Oh, they are going to come.
He was even funnier in Man with the Golden Gun that you did last week because he reprised his role.
I thought that was great.
Yeah,
I like this actor. Can you write him in?
Yeah.
I like this actor. Can you write him a spot in this movie?
Sure. Yeah. Clifton James is in a lot of stuff.
Why doesn't Bond stop here? Because then the movie ends sooner. It all simple truth.
He was in Superman 2, remember?
Yep.
Really? Refresh me, Clavi. I don't remember what
he was the sheriff again. Just like he's basically his Sheriff Pepper, just in a different. Pretty much the same guy, but just in California, near the whole town of Houston, but not the Houston, California.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Superman 2. It's been so bloody long since I've seen that movie.
It holds up.
And he's in the theatrical cut or the Donner Bolt?
I actually have a very hate relationship with that movie, but yeah, he's in it.
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, you're never. Once again, Superman 2 is like Roger Moore following up Bond in the sense that no matter what you do, good or bad, you're following up perfection.
Don't get me started.
2
I love Superman too, but that's all right.
So do I.
Don't trigger me.
Don't trigger you. Yeah.
You triggered me just by saying that. You triggered me.
The Marvels.
That doesn't trigger me. I don't give a crap about that. It sucks.
Oh,
Who
okay.
cares? You gotta do way better than that.
Look at it. Look at his cousin there on the boat.
Man.
On the other side of the Pepper family don't get on the other side. Well, yeah. I love that making fun of him there. Yeah.
Oh God, Eric K for $2 says Clobby's favorite movie, Man of Steel.
I've never heard of that.
Dude.
Never heard of it. I've heard of Man of
Speaking
Steel,
of-
but I've never heard of that
Oh
one.
man, Man of Steel. Speaking of, I guess since we got over 50 here, thank you all by the way for being here. I might as well mention I have agreed to enter you can interpret it as a discussion or a debate. I'm going to be the contrarian against a panel full of, well, Snyder fans.
Snyderbots.
For
my
when
God.
Rebel Moon comes out.
Ugh.
I will let you guys know the date when it happens. But I was asked to be on a panel with the guy who invited me. I do like him. Obviously we have very, very different viewpoints on the Snyder movies. He said, I'd like to have a different viewpoint. And obviously you're very well documented with how much you don't like Zack Snyder movies. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And I do like the guy. And I know he's got some bigger names that are going to be on the panel. So that should be very interesting to see how things stir up. But yes, keep your eyes and ears open, because if I somehow now the only tragedy in all this is now I have to watch Rebel Moon. That's the one tragedy. But boy, if I end up like hating it, I'm gonna not hold back tearing it a new one. If
Is
it's
it a
somehow
6-hour
good-
movie?
Oh, part
Like-
one. I'm doing. We're doing part one. So my guess is, I've not been asked about anything further. My guess is we're gonna do this part one episode, see how it goes. I mean, I've not thought of anything beyond that. I'm gonna do this discussion and we'll see how it goes. Who knows? I might get kicked off the show. I don't know. Like, or it might even go civil. Everyone might somehow like, he's just some guy who's a contrarian. I don't know. Like, dude, I'm sure there'll be definitely Snyder bots in the chat that will definitely be like, get rid of this guy. I'm sure there's gonna be at least one. So yeah, keep your eyes and ears on. I'll post on Gilded, Twitter, YouTube. Trust me, the show is gonna be there. Let's just say one of the guys who's on this panel was a prominent name who was involved with the release of Snyder Cut movement. No. So I'm going into the lion's den, and I'm freaking ready. But watch, somehow I'll end up saying somehow that this doesn't suck, and I get off light because of it. I almost feel like I need to like I don't, because I don't want to like hate some just to hate something. That wouldn't be fair, even towards.
No, you gotta be fair
like
when
him.
Yeah, be fair. Yeah.
To be fair,
I gotta be fair. I do gotta be fair. Oh, it's just gonna be a weird if I end up like saying, yeah, it's just a very decent movie.
So,
I'll still get scrutinized anyway because I don't say that's a masterpiece.
But Snyder bots are predisposed to liking it, though. Yeah, you have to be fair if you're not one of them, though, because they'll go after you. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I might still get scrutinized just for saying it's decent. That's a thing. But anyways, we got Vulcan Lives here with a direct donation for $10. And you know what happens when we get a direct donation in these parts of the world. Thank you, Vulcan Lives, by the way. And Vulcan Lives says, make sure you let us know so we can show up and back you up, brother. Now let's see Bree get knocked out of the park. Well, your wish is my command there. Thank you, Vulcan. Yes, don't worry. I will make sure everyone gets to know when that show has happened. And I do appreciate the advanced support, dude. No, I'm confident, and like I already know, I'm sure that I'll have people test me on the DC positions, even though it may not be completely relevant to Rebel Moon, but I'm ready. Let's just put it that way. I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna make sure I have my best foot forward for that day when it happens. So thank you, though, once again, sir. And yes, it does come out around that time. That's a birthday present. I know. And yes, even if you are a Snyder fan, you are welcome here to enjoy Bond with us. I make fun of his movies for sport, but if you are a Snyder fan, you happen to like Toxic Tuesday, yes, you are absolutely welcome here. For the record, it's the same thing with the whole political stance. You don't have to have much positions. If you like Bond, that's it, man. That's it. I'm just glad that you're here. And Mexican Iron Man, it's okay. Mexican Iron Man is not a Snyder bot. He's a disaffected Snyder fan. Disaffected. Anyways, let's get back to this movie. Because make boating a fun. Dude, Sign, did you not just see what we just saw for the last 10, 15 minutes? They did make it a fun sport. They did make it fun. It was great. It was like poetry. Give Bond and the crew some credit, bro. Come on. They were just having fun. Dude, look at those seats. Look at those seats,
Rich
man.
Corinthian leather.
I know.
Rich Corinthian leather.
Dude, that is really, really nice seats, man. I like that. And he's just like, I don't care about those last seats. Get the fuck out of there.
Poor
Some
car.
kind of doomsday machine, boy. No, we appreciate Mexican Iron Man. We really do. Mike's a good guy, funny guy, and he's a god level ranter that is up there with Az and Razor Fist as far as rants go. I'd say
What are you? Some kind of doomsday machine, boy?
I don't know, like that just sounds so defeated already.
Secret agent? On whose side?
Secret agent? On whose side?
Sorry, I didn't know you were going to clip it.
I think you did a better job than the actor.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, sure. No, nobody's better. Hey, nobody's better than Clifton. Go on.
All right. But pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.
Give yourself
Thank you very much.
credit, dude. Give yourself some credit. It was good. It was bloody.
I don't think I have good credit, sorry.
Oh, it was groovy. Oh, it was bloody groovy. Oi. Oh, guys, let's go swimming together. I can feel the closeness brewing. Oh. The best part of waking up is being close to each other. Whoa.
Is taking off his supporter cup? Was that what you were going to say? Oh, no.
Tom Cruise is a great ranter. Ripa can be when he goes on Ripa doesn't always do it. When he does it, he goes on. Whereas guys like Az, they just do it. Razor is best for his video because he doesn't really do it on streams much. He's pretty chill actually on stream. Once in a while he'll go on a tangent, but Razor does it best for his videos. But as far as streams, I mean, yeah, Tom's really good. But I think Mexican Iron Man, especially from Wakanda Forever, that was a classic. That was one for the ages. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, guess who's back? That's again.
A good show. Ooh.
And then somebody speaks again.
You could have used those things during that boat race. Good flotation device are supposed to be on every boat.
Those are the flotation devices they needed.
You're not too upset that I took too many shots of this, I guess, right? Yeah.
No.
Delicious.
Oh. Damn. That's all I can say. Damn.
I was just looking at her Playboy photographs over the years. 3 times she's been in
Oh,
it.
I thought you were saying you just turned off your camera to go look at those things. That's why you weren't.
Well, I was looking at them. That's true.
Stephanie's been awfully quiet. I wonder why. Very distracted.
Just listening. With such a distinguished panel, I don't need to say much.
No. Mexican Iron Man's rants are so epic. His mother scolded him over them, and I am not
You're grounded.
Wow.
Is that a trouser snake? That's a trouser snake, isn't it? That one.
And this guy watching the making of the actors with the snake, he was petrified of having the snake. And then one of the scenes actually got bitten by the shouldn't laugh. He freaked out. Then they had to give him a fake snake, I guess, after that to finish the scene. And one of the other guys actually fainted. One of the actors I think it was the beginning.
Yeah,
there's the fake snake. He like passed out. They went to wake up. Like, okay, scene's over, and he was so scared of the snake that he passed out. Let's pause it here.
It's funny.
I
wonder.
wonder.
There's two barbershop poles to hang her between. There's two barbershop poles.
People were licking them shits earlier.
So it's an STD.
Licking
pole,
what? What were they licking? What were they licking?
Those poles.
I don't know. This is gone into a territory. That's for sure. I don't know where this is gone. Oh. But he has the edge here. Now you're gonna start seeing some payoff with the watch soon. The watch, guys.
Yeah.
Duck.
The magnetized.
Okay, I gotta admit, I don't understand the duck thing. And yes, dude, hers dirty hair. He's fucking dirty hairy. I don't understand the duck thing. Could someone relay that to me? What am I missing here at the duck? No one knows. No one. Bueller. Okay, everyone sit silent. Okay.
The duck.
I don't know.
This child posted all the duck. I did have duck last week though.
So you were action cons bring up a good point too. Yeah, when the guy freaked out about the snake, they dropped the snake, and the snake was headed right towards Jane Seymour, and she was actually tied up on the pole, so she couldn't. She's laughing now, and then finally one of the stunt guys finally saw what was happening. But it's like could have. I'm sure the snake wasn't poisonous, but yeah.
Ooh, the real BBC.
Well, that's for Dustin. That's Neurotic and Az's show. I know it's a funny name. It's for bagging, boarding, chatting. But no, I always say I'm about to drink my big black coffee, watching the real BBC, because I'm drinking BBC while watching.
How much cream you got in that shit?
Oh, dude, I'm a purist, man. I'm all about big and black only.
Like some big black and strong. Nick does.
I like my coffee so much. I dip my beans between. I make a lipper.
Oh, wow.
And Jeffrey Holder was a fantastic guy too. He was reading his bio, but he was from Trinidad, Tobago. And he was a dancer, and he did a lot of choreography. And he was also a painter. He was a renowned painter. And then everyone remembers him maybe from 7-Up commercial. I don't know if you're old enough. If you guys remember that.
Don't remember.
Clobbering
Do not remember.
Probably does. Yeah. So,
remember what?
He was in the 7-Up commercials.
Yeah, that was the guy with the 7-Up commercials. All Uncola. Yes.
Uncola, yeah.
Okay, deep talking. Yeah. You remember those? Yeah, they were here anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, they play in the old days. They played commercials forever too, like for years and years.
Yeah, he was for years. He was in the part of that ad campaign. That's right. Good point.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
So, and he won. He directed The Wiz on Broadway. So he's some of the behind the scenes stuff. He's doing he did the choreography for all these voodoo scenes. So he's training all the actors and choreographing, doing all the choreography. So, it's a small part, but part of the reason these movies work so well is because the bad guys are so good. So he's so damn creepy good in the end of this movie.
Hold on, what? Normal World sent you? What?
Normal World ended, and you popped up as their next video.
Oh, good. That's an honor. Don't get me wrong. I know Garrett, but I don't think he's thinking about other shows when he's done wrapping up his show, Dave Landau. Welcome to the show, Vorak Salon. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. We've been talking James Bond here around these parts. That is an honor.
And not the good James Bond, the bad James Bond.
Oh, but this is. I was wanting to ask about the snake. You know, you sometimes you hear about animal cruelty. Do those arguments about animal cruelty in movies hold up when it's against a snake, or do we pretend animal cruelty is treated differently when there's a snake and it's your life on the line?
It's usually all about horses and dogs.
Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. I mean, where's the line drawn?
You're not supposed to have those now, 70s.
This would be a good moment to play the Apollo Creed and Rocky Balboa hug.
Hey, Mickey, I got Apollo here, and he's my real lover, not you, Mick. You're old. I got my side bitch. Oh yeah. Oh.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
It's nice to see the villain does have a very good underground lair, though. That is required for Bond, and
a good villain underground lair. Hell yeah,
Yes.
dude. It should be the rule, man. It should be the rule, not the exception. We need
with
this
with
stuff.
lots of shiny metal doors.
Elevators with no keypads.
Gary,
She just stood there for the rest of the movie with her back to that.
She just looks so damn good.
And this is where the one-liners really escalate with Roger Moore's James Bond here. And he does the lines he do, like I said, they're like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone lines, obviously before those guys' time. But the level of how on the nose they are, they're up there, man. The shit he says to these guys is hilarious. And I'm just like, I would really like to know what was in the writing room. What were the variations of the lines when these scenes happened for these characters to? Well, we've all seen this movie. Most of us in the chat fall to their deaths, or for some of them, not even just fall, someone just outright die. I would like to know what were the alternate variations, because I can't imagine they would be some of the lines that popped up here at the end. And of course, that guy's not a whisperer. And I'm not. No, you're not a whisper, dude. You are no. Whoa! He looks so happy, bro. He's a
poor old whisper,
bitch, man. I need to see Boat Trip again. I have not seen that in a long, bloody time, but I need to watch it because. I don't know if I remember it well, actually. If
I don't know if I've ever seen it or even heard of it.
Never, I've heard of it, but never. Roger Moore's in that? Oh.
I guess he is. Monorail. Guy's about to have a final boss fight. And he's got a drink. You never fight.
Clobby will know this film. Clobby will know this movie, but there's a great Roger Moore movie called The Man Who Haunted Himself, and that's my favorite Roger Moore.
Wow.
Movie, sorry, not TV, but movie.
I also played Sherlock Holmes on Sherlock Holmes in New York.
Yeah.
But I did not. Yeah, he did play Sherlock Holmes on a TV movie.
Oh,
The Man Who Haunted Himself is a good little
I haven't
movie.
seen that one. 70s, I've not seen that one.
Yeah, see if you can find a copy. It's pretty neat.
Man Who
plays two roles in it. Yeah.
Man Who Haunted Himself or Haunted Himself?
Yeah. Haunted himself.
Haunted.
Haunted.
Nice.
Haunted.
Yeah, I think you might enjoy it. You may enjoy it. Yeah.
Remember Folks?
Yes.
Yeah. Who's in that, of course.
Yep.
I like how he encourages him to cut more. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's all gonna be good. You don't know what's coming." But does he know? He's got a watch on him that is also simultaneously not just a metal absorber, but it also has a blade. I'd say that's
maybe go back to the scene and pause it here.
This watch rules. I love it. Well, no,
Nice.
I want to see my watch action. Damn it! Give me my watch, Mark. Come on, give me my watch. This guy's kind of looks like he's getting off on cutting it. It's really weird. It's like, bro, I see it. Look at it. Look, he's got that look with the teeth there too. No, we don't just end the street. not here, dude. Look, he's got the tongue too. It's just like now he's getting real weird.
But again, I mean, quite elaborate. Why doesn't he just shoot him? You know, I'm going to give you every chance, Mr. Bond.
Where are the sharks with the laser beams? On Jade. Yeah, it seems like everyone wants it to end on there. Well, guys, I'm sure you'll get your final shot before this is over because we're at the near end here. So you're
almost
getting
done,
there, man. You're getting there. Don't you worry. It's all good because our boy here, he's about to break out. He's about to whoop Whisper's ass. That's weird to say. Whoop Whisper's ass. I'm trying to. That just the way that rolls off the tongue does not say it. And then Kanananga. Like what?
Freaking.
We'll just say Mr. Big. Mr. Big.
Mr. Big.
Where are the sharks with laser beams on their head? Ooh.
Actually, it's freaking laser beams.
Was the whole point of him having this shark thing in his underground lair just because he liked watching sharks floating around in his pool, or was there an actual purpose to it?
Well, he's a big fan of Shark Week.
This
was before Jaws. Before Jaws, so I guess he just liked sharks.
He just liked sharks. I like have a pool in my lair with sharks in it.
Which movie did Felix get his leg bitten off by the shark? Which one was that?
License to Kill.
License to Kill.
Okay, yeah. That was a horrific scene in the movie.
He disagreed with something that ate him. That's what the note that the bad guy left for him.
We have a big Timothy Dalton fan in the chat. I don't know if he's still
I'm
here,
one
Mr. Billy Go Boom. I haven't watched those in a long time. I remember just thinking that they were okay, but I haven't watched
Living Daylights is really
Living
good.
Daylights is one of my top favorite of all Bond movies. Period. But License to Kill is okay, but yeah. I mean, he should have got. Hey, GoldenEye was written for him. I just so wish it would have been so much better with him.
Yes, it was. You are correct on that. It was written with him in mind.
But Living Daylights was written for Pierce Brosnan, so I mean, it's just weird that way, huh?
Yeah,
it do be like that sometimes.
Why did he drop out of being Bond, or they dumped him?
Pierce? Or no, Dalton, because they kept dragging their feet, waiting too long.
Oh, so he just got fed up, right?
For some reason, that was like from 1989 for License to Kill to 96 or something for Golden Year.
Oh, okay, so it's forever. Yeah. Oh, here comes the shark.
They weren't making as much money. They didn't make that much money. Those two.
No.
So I think they were kind of swithering about making any more. You know. They were,
and Brosnan did really good with the Thomas Crown affair.
Oh, dude. Here comes one of the greatest lines ever.
One of the best in a movie ever.
Oh, yes. Man. One of the best one-liners ever. I was like,
what are the odds do you think that I clip that line?
Yeah, go for it.
I'd say
he always did have
Well, he always did have an inflated opinion of himself.
Of course.
That's Nick's expiring on that one.
We killed Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. I think I hurt my heart for a second with that part.
See, he won you over as the new James Bond. In the end, right?
Oh.
And the villain's lair didn't get blown up, so somebody else can use it.
Yeah, for the next movie.
It's recyclable.
It's going to be a hippie commune.
Andy Randy's about to show up here, and he tries to lend a hand to the situation. He has a great line for him too. With the disarming thing, he's like, "Just be disarming, darling." And he dies.
Yeah.
I guess he had a clause in his contract. He had to have a
good one
clause.
I actually thought his Handy Randy was gonna snap her finger off. I actually thought, oh fuck, this is gonna be one of those ones where it ends like where it's a happy ending, but like there's a little bit of a sourness to it. But no, she has all fingers, but damn, I straight up thought it was gonna happen. Oh, there's our boy Handy.
Shabba hubba hubba.
You're good.
What are you guys gonna do all by yourselves for 16 hours?
But
do 16 hours. This is Amtrak. It's going to be 16 days before they get anywhere.
Amtrak. I wonder if Joe Biden's on this train. Amtrak Joe, but she's look at her, that smile there, right? Look, that's another thing too. Like she's this one of the most gorgeous ladies in the world, and of course Bond has totally impressed her, right? I mean, so we wouldn't want anyone to walk in on us, would we? Oh my. And she's dreaming of James right now, right? Yes.
She's dreaming of Sean Connery right now.
For the first time in my life, I feel like a complete woman. What a toxic line for a movie.
I know. She waited for a man to complete her. A man to complete her. Yeah.
That was perfect. Seriously. If only you were Sean Connery. The previous Bond was better.
Oh man.
I like the way he said pussy better.
What he like 46 or something by the time he got this role? He was getting
he's 3 years older than Connery, or 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, he was born in 1927.
Yeah. And Connery is 30.
Dude, he was 50 years old. Because think about it, if he was born 1927 or almost 50, 46. You're right. 46.
This is
46. You're right. 46. Sorry. You were right.
Ballpark 45, 40, 45, 1970.
Nick, once you get past 40, it doesn't really matter.
Damn,
it doesn't really matter.
I know, I'm 44, assholes.
Which makes you a young fella. That makes you a young fella, us, buddy. You're good. You're young.
Clubby and I could be your parents, Dustin.
Yeah, both of us rolled up to be your pappy and Nick's pappy. I have kids Nick's age.
Yeah.
I'd be proud if Nick were my son.
Yes.
I have kids I don't know about that are probably Nick's age.
No, I'm
I love this stream.
What do you say to a nice man when you see him? Are you my daddy?
We know we can't, Clobby. We know we can't be Nick's dad because we're not Lemmy. So I know we can't be Nick's dad.
I've got a spot open. Fuck it.
Oh, damn. This show's fucked.
This is just so Bond. Him just reaching into the case, clipping the strings.
Bobby and
I gotta love
Stephanie's
it.
my two dads.
There you go.
Killing this guy ruined him getting the chance of killing Richard Kimball's wife, though.
So. If you could be my grandfather, Soke Culture Casino. Soke Culture Casino.
Oh no, he's old enough. But D-Bud could though. D-Bud could be all of our grandfathers. Even mine in 70s.
I like Putin's cat's comment. Nick reminds me of Joe Walsh if he was still using drugs. He kept using drugs.
Wow.
That's funny.
Wow.
You know, I bet Nick could do a hell of a John Belushi doing Joe Walsh.
Oh God, I don't think I can. No, let's not attempt that. But thank you, though. Let's definitely not attempt that. Jeez, jeez,
That wasn't very funny. She thought he did it as a joke.
And now we start the puppet show.
She wants him to use that arm in some way.
Man, that if you're just a little bit lower. It still would have got a PG rating. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I do like this.
And then this guy.
Yeah, this scene here. One thing I really remember about being in theater is this creeping me out. This guy scared the crap out of me. That last
like a
scene.
clown, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty scary, especially this part when he's laughing. Like, oh no! Scary ending. Yeah. That's the scariest ending to a Bond movie ever.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, because what happened?
Good night, Vor. Have a great one.
Good night, Vor. Thanks for being
Good
here.
night.
Appreciate it. You used to say live and let live. You know you did. See, I used to think as a kid the lyric was "No, you didn't." Not you know you
No,
did.
you
I
didn't.
think when I kid, I thought it was the lines was "No, you didn't."
Oh, sorry. The time.
And that's straight up how we would sing. I sang that song. No bullshit. I sang that song for years.
They really like that song.
Wow, another song that I sang wrong for many years. Add that to the list of growing number of songs I sang wrong lyrically for years before I got corrected on what it actually was.
Our friend used to sing "It's a doggy dog world."
Well, there's this. There's this one Rob Zombie song. I used to hear it differently. Someone's like, "Dude, it's Dodge Durango number 95." He's like, "Where the hell did you get Monorail Gone Banana-fied from?" I'm like, I don't know. It just sounds like he's singing about bananas, not a Dodge Durango. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just hear some shit. I hear some crazy shit sometimes. I don't know. I am.
Well, Nick, how did did this movie make you feel this way?
First time in my life, I feel like a complete woman.
A man sure.
See, we all like a complete woman. We don't want one in bits, really. I mean, it's
well,
not till after. Shit,
guys, if you want to get a hold of Culture Casino, we can just message him right now.
I need the cock clip. Tell him.
I need the cock clip.
Why don't
tell him Mark?
Give out your.
Tell him Mark
your
needs cock
scores.
and have him send.
I know how you can get it. You could get.
So if you guys want one of those LED watches, you can get one from Jared right now for $800.
$800. Wow.
Oh, is that all?
For a classic PSR men's digital quartz watch.
Does it have a magnetic thing though?
No, that's the Rolex. This is the digital watch you guys were.
Oh, the digital. Sorry, right.
Yeah,
$800. Wow.
That's a Jared.
Probably cost $800.
You know, I don't feel that watch is worth $800. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is.
But yeah, they were there was all the rage at the time. Digital watch. Oh, look, I've got a watch with numbers on it.
It's so amazingly primitive. They thought digital.
So that was all it could do.
A neat idea.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Hitchhikers.
Oi, oi, oi. Okay.
Or sorry,
and now the scores are coming in.
Time Bandits.
All right.
Oh, Hitchhikers. You were right. Hitchhikers.
There's Hitchhikers, but yeah, there's also the Time Bandits where where he's talking about digital watches as well.
70s.
Anyway.
Why don't you be the first one to unload?
What again?
Again.
What again? After Jane Seymour earlier, she is the most beautiful Bond girls, no doubt about it. I mean, it's extremely attractive. This does hold a special place in my heart because it was the first one I saw at the cinema, and you know, like Bond has always been a huge part of my life, since then. So, and I think they did a bloody good job. I mean, it's a great movie. It's possibly one of my two favorite Roger Moores. Possibly the best one. I mean, a lot of people would probably think it is the best one, and I think there's a fair argument for that. Great story written by Tom Mankiewicz. Great action. The boat chase scene is one of the best things you'll see in any Bond movies. They were trying to get a little bit topical with the blaxploitation thing, like they did in the next movie with the martial arts movies. So they were trying to get a little bit topical there. But I still think that was made a nice change. I mean, the villains. Oh, now we have force diversity. Then it was great. Everyone. I think the casting was fantastic in this. I think it made real sense, and nobody batted an eyelid at the time. It was like this is great. So it had a nice, authentic diversity. opposed to today's Force stuff. I love it. I think it's great fun. It was a big success, which obviously they were a bit trepidatious about not having Connery in them, and it's pretty toxic. I think there's a lot of toxicity in this. Maybe not the most, but I'd probably give it a 8 for toxicity. There's some interesting stuff in there. And I think for me as a movie, it's one of my favorite Bonds. I'd probably give it a 9.2 out of 10.
Ooh,
sparsing the points now.
I
do love this movie. It's one I've watched probably almost the most out of all of them.
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm touched.
Yeah, got a lot of fondness for it, and I think they did a good job.
Well, all righty, Dustin, go ahead and go for it.
I found this one very entertaining. It was I've been watching all the Bond movies because of you, and I've seen a lot of it as a kid, but going back and kind of rewatching them, I think this might have been the first. Yeah, because of you and the show, right?
I just went, because of you, I'm subjected to watching this movie.
Fuck you, Nick. These movies suck. No, but I mean, it's interesting because you're kind of going back and seeing like how movies used to be. I mean, as opposed to like so I've seen more of the new Bonds first. So seeing how like Skyfall and stuff like that are, and then kind of going back and watching where they came from, it's kind of a cool dynamic. Like seeing like when we watched the first one with James Bond, or the first one with James Bond,
Sean Connery.
It was like a long TV episode.
Like Hawaii Five-0, yeah.
Yeah, and like a long Hawaii 5-0 or something like that, like, and it's just kind of weird to see like how movies have progressed. And it's kind of cool too, because as you watch these movies, you realize they were pushing the boundaries and still getting PG ratings. And of course, that's probably from the time, like they were like, there's like, if you go and look at like the parents' guides and stuff on Internet Movie Database, there's like this, you can see like these areolas, or you can see nip slips or violence or whatever. There's a lot of violence. And I mean,
we had
if you
kind of
look at
slips last week, Dustin.
Yeah.
We had lots of nip slips last week. Yeah. 3 of them at least.
Yeah. And so I mean, you're getting more for a PG movie now or then than you are getting from an R movie now, in my opinion. So I think that's really cool. Like, I mean, this movie is toxic on another level. I mean, especially the kind of movie they were trying to make. I think the budget was $7 million, and it made like $137 million or something crazy like that.
I think it made more than.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
no, maybe not. No, maybe you could be right.
Well, adjusted for inflation, I think it's like 500 something million adjusted for inflation. I think it's around that number. It was a higher performing one.
Big success.
I think it was like the second or first biggest of the Moore era. It was the second or first biggest one money wise.
Yeah, and it's got an amazing soundtrack. I mean, you've got Wings, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I forgot to say that, Dustin. You're right. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but yeah, one of the best themes of any movie, never mind a Bond movie. Sorry, Dustin.
I mean, it's just a song. Like, it's a song that lives outside of the movie. There's not a lot of soundtrack songs that can live outside of the movie.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, unless you're in my household and you're singing "Let It Go" all the time. But
just Putin's cat mentioned in the chat. I mean, if you see Paul playing it live now, it's like a spectacle. Really.
That was great. I saw him play that in Brooklyn. Yeah. God, what a great concert! And the guy's getting up there in age too. I mean, he's amazing. I mean, it's great shape.
Oh yeah,
it rocks.
God, it was so good hearing all those. It was great, and I was hearing all those Beatles songs, especially this song. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. And then it's in with a Bond movie. Sorry, we're interrupting your review.
Oh yeah. I mean that's what this is about. But I mean, it's like when that theme song kicks in, and you're just like, because it comes after the whole Bond sound, the old Bond thing, doo doo You know what I mean? And then it comes in Live or Let Die. You're like, I've heard that song my whole life, but I never attributed it to the movie.
Interesting.
So it's like, because it does live outside of the movie. So, I mean, that's amazing of itself. Now, as far as toxicity goes, I probably got to give it an 8. And then as far as Bond movies go, I think I give this about a 9.5 out of Bond movies for me.
Ooh. All right.
It's got a lot of fun. It's like some of that, like I said, like that airplane scene where like the airplane's going around in circles. It should have had a Benny Hill theme to it. It was kind of like silly, and but there was no flip with a slide whistle. And then the boat scene was cool, but it went on for a long time, like a really long time.
Well, hey, some guys like to last long, man. So
yeah, especially when you're wild in the bush, dude.
Especially when you're wild in the bush. All right, we got a $5 direct donation, and that is fucking massively.
I stand corrected, Sean.
And Bull Rush 4570 says, off-topic question for $5 direct donation. Has anyone read the Joel Frankenstein comics by Graham Nolan and Chuck Dixon? I'm thinking about purchasing them. I got the answer to you, straight and clear. Yes, buy them. Buy obviously both volumes. It is good. It's very fun. It's brutal, and it's a good time. And here is volume 2 right here in all its glory. And it came with a killer bookmark and a Compass Comics sticker back here and a typed letter. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the Compass Comics sticker. But yeah, I would recommend Joe Frankenstein. It's a very fun time. I can't wait for the Ghost of Matakupa Key to come out because I think he just finished it now. He's gonna start. He's getting the files sent, and then we'll be off to the printer. So there's your answer, Bull Rush. Thank you for the $5. All right, Clobby.
Yeah, well, obviously it's my favorite of the Roger Moore films. It probably easily makes my top 10 of all Bond films. I love it. Unreservedly. Let's see. Obviously, great theme song. Probably one of, if not my very favorite Bond ladies, Jane Seymour, of course. Just a great story. Love all the action sequences, and it moves around very nice. I think it has a great pace to it. I know the boat scene does go on a long time. I don't know, but I love that it does. I love that they would.
I did too.
I think it's a gigantic piece of the film, so I do kind of love that it does. It never struck me as a problem, and just on balance. And I don't know everything about this. Go ahead.
Lobby. Can I counter something real quick? It
Certainly.
agrees. I actually like the boat scene. I felt like if anything was too long, it was the scene in Thunderball at the end, which I love. But I feel like that scene at the with the scuba scene, I thought that was way too long.
Yeah.
I agree.
I got you. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah.
Go on.
I don't know. It's easy to sum up quickly. It is one of my favorite of the Bond films. Certainly my favorite Roger Moore. It's always tough with Moore. I like almost most of his, but it's kind of tough with him because, I did see this first, but later I did watch a lot of The Saint. And because he is so different from Connery and he is so different from some of the other ones, I kind of think maybe he was, Roger Moore plays Roger Moore. But I just love his movies. As Bond, he's fine. He may not be my number one. I probably still have Connery there, but I would give the film a 9.5. I love it that much. Probably, you knock off a little from the 10 just to be any flaws in my head, although, as close as 10 as you can get from me, that kind of rating. And toxicity, I would rank very, very high. And you can't make the film today. And that's one of the charm. That even adds to its charm 50 years later. That it's something of a time, and that even though it's sad as it is that you have to say that they can't make it today. But on the other hand, has one of the top Bond villains too. Let's not forget Yaphet Kotto, who is brilliant in the film and gets extra points because he is not too long ago has been, over the course of years has been interviewed about the film, and he's, people have tried to kind of goad him into saying things about how, regretting making it for all these different things like that. And he said he would have none of it. He says, no, I loved it. It was a great character and it's a great film. He does not apologize for any of it, which is, good on him. Great actor. And I appreciate that. It makes me like the character even more. Mr. Big and, of course, Katanga. So great Bond film, highly toxic, and not just a toxic male either. It's toxic in other ways too. It's so anti-PC and yeah, I love it even more for that. So great film.
Okay, I'm gonna read off some of these scores here because, well, a lot of people have been patient. The Mighty Vulcan Lives, 10 out of 10 movie, 8 out of 10 toxicity, and 100 out of 10 for Jane. Huge. Keely Chow, toxicity,
By the way,
10
for
overall,
10 for toxic, by the way, but for toxicity, I forgot to say that.
All right. Yeah. All good, Clubby. Darth Viewer, movie 9, toxicity 8, Jade Seymour, straight up 10. Toxic TZ Burton, I always call it Toxic Burton. Oh, that's a good name, actually. Toxic Burton. Toxic 8, overall 8, Jade 10. Action Com, movie 7 out of 17, Alligators 4 out of 10, Sacrificial Snakes. And Rob Altus, Toxicity 9, Bond Girl 10, Stunts 9, One-Liners 8, Theme Song 10, overall 9. Favorite Bond movie. Wow, Rob. Holy crud, dude.
Nice.
See, that's love. That's love right there. Mr. Zen in 1993. My favorite Moore film. 4th favorite Bond film. Wow. 9 out of 10 film, 10 10 toxicity, just for the full deck of lovers cards. 8 out of 10 for Rosie. Ooh. Guys, see that? We got someone who's saying Rosie instead. Respect. Josh Post. Toxicity 10, Bond Lines 10, 9 out of 10, Baron 70 Rituals. Overall 8. Josh Post. Thank you, Josh. D Bud. Toxicity 8, overall 7. Fun, but honestly not a top Moore film for me. Ooh. I think it's because the locations are mainly in the U.S., so they aren't as interesting to me as other Bond locations. Yeah, no, and that's something that's a big thing is, the lack of, exotic locations. Granted, there's some cool stuff in America, but it's always cool saying Bond being the Globetrotter. We like Bond for being the Globetrotter, so I can understand your argument to that. I can understand the contrarianness of it all, sir. But thank you. All right. Let me hide that one. Now we read most of them. Bruce.
I am not a Roger Moore guy. I'm sorry. I will keep a lot of the bias out of my ratings. I liked him on The Saint. I didn't really like him so much on Maverick. And whenever you're watching these films after you've watched the wonderful Sean Connery films, which seem to be even more timeless than anything being released in the last 50 years, these movies don't stack up as well for me. I'm just going to be honest. This is a movie that has some really good parts to it. Like the first 2 acts, I like Kanaga because he seriously feels like a good Bond villain. The very last part of it, he loosens up and is kind of high in his own supply. I don't know what the hell's going on with him. The Bond villain is what makes a movie for me for the Bond movies. There's a lot of Bond movies that suck, I think, because the Bond villain's just boring as shit. Daniel Craig films, I don't want to review. They're garbage.
Oh, we're not talking about those movies on Toxic Tuesday. Those are not.
Garbage. And anybody who defends Daniel Craig, you're a cuck. Go sit with Will Smith. Fuck you,
Bruce.
Okay.
You're my new hero.
So toxic.
Bruce, you're my new superhero.
Those are a toxic comment of greatness.
I absolutely watched this movie, and parts of it were really, really great. Like J.W. Pepper, he's just a very fun character, and he's a good actor. I mean, he's not even from the South, but he plays it so well, and he does a convincing, sheriff of the 1970s. I'm marking it up because of him. I really like the fact that they wrote initially Roxy was supposed to be played by Diana Ross, but they took this other girl instead, and she just nailed it out of the park. There's a lot of this movie that's really good, but Roger Moore comes off very just kind of bland. He occasionally gets the toxic thing in, like a backhand on a woman or something, or maybe he does
something that I wasn't expecting. But he's generally just not a fun Bond for me to watch. After we had Sean Connery, I like you, Mr. Moore. You've done great in other works, but not here. And he drags it down a little bit for me. Kanaga at the very end. I did like the way he exited. I like the way that he exploded like thunder in Big Trouble in Little China. But this is a movie that for guys like myself, I got to get rated 7 out of 10 or 70 out of 100 as an overall. As far as toxicity is concerned, it's a 9 out of 10. And seeing Jane Seymour and that lovely CIA agent later turncoat, that just, if you're a male and you're feeling bad, just watch these movies. Yes. How can you not appreciate this? These are so good. Look at those. That's a motorboat. That's a motorboat right there.
The card
waiting to happen. Thank you for letting me be on this panel, Nick, of excellent men. And I love these Tuesdays. Thank you, sir.
I love these Tuesdays too. Thank you for being here, Bruce. Love your comments and insights. We're going to read off some more comments. I'm going to hand it off to Mark. Radioactive, greatness 9.5, toxic equals 7. Eclat Tommaso with a genius toxicity 007. Overall, 007. Phoenix 908, 6.5, 10 overall. Ooh, 1,000 out of 10 for Jane Seymour. Richard Harris, 6 out of 10 overall, 10 out of 10 for the sweet blaxploitation toxicity, and or plus or minus 10K for Bond villain removal. Had the one song vetoed for my dad's funeral tape. Ooh. Wow. Oh yeah, it's a ways away, but yeah, because we do got Dalton and we got to do Lazenby as well. So it's a ways off, but Toxic Tuesday will live for a long time. So don't you worry, sir. It'll happen.
We're huge,
and hopefully it'll be even bigger then. And we'll
Huge
have more
and
to play with then. Mark.
All right. Sir. Well, I'll just put this up so everyone want to pay attention to what I say. But no, this is I think my first Bond movie that I saw. And as I said, I grew up loving Roger Moore, and that was Bond for me until I got to watch the Connery flicks. And God, I love this movie. I think it's a 10. It's probably my favorite Bond movie of all time, I think. I mean, there's so many ones I love. I agree. The new stuff doesn't count as Bond for me. I just can't stand the new movies. I don't count the, those blonde movies. Maybe James Casino Royale's okay. It's James Blonde, but it's just less time spent on that. Yeah. But Moore's got a great charm, a great delivery. He's a different Bond. He's not the kick-ass character, but he's got that suave delivery. Great looking guy, of course. I can say that, right? And he's, so there's no surprise that he's getting the ladies. He's getting, one of the most gorgeous ladies in the world. And, this movie made Jane Seymour a star. You can see why. And she's also a good actress in the movie too, if you're not paying attention enough. But yeah, she's she's a good actress as well. So the stunts, that crocodile stunt with the real deal Kananga jumping across those crocodiles, getting paid $60,000 to do that. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, compared today with all the CGI crap, and I mean, yeah, we don't want any stunt people getting hurt, but yeah, they ain't doing that today. So this movie's a 10 toxicity for the stunts. For you've got the villains. They wouldn't cast those villains today probably either, right? But that's what makes this movie great as well. You've got these awesome villains who are believable. You got the scene, the creepy scene, Jeffrey Holder here. This scene. Right? I mean,
there was a suggestion that character would reappear in a future movie, but he never did. So
it would have been great if he did, yeah. But you've got the voodoo stuff, you've got New Orleans, you got that great locale, the amazing stunts, with the boat scene and the car chases. It's a prequel to Smokey and the Bandit in some ways with that sheriff. So great scenes, and I just watched it again today, obviously. and this movie holds up really, really well. And if you're a big Bond fan, pick up that Ultimate Bond DVD set, which has all the movies up to Casino Royale, and really that's all you need. There's nothing after that, and it's got great audio commentary, the special features I was watching last night. So that's one of the great things about having the physical medium. It's nice, getting to watch these movies, and yeah, it's easy to stream them. But if you get one of these, I think this DVD set is pretty cheap now too, since it's regular DVD. But all the special features, and they're all SD anyway, and it's got the booklets and all about the movie. So yeah, grab that Ultimate, and I think then they came out with it on Blu-ray after that. I think I just missed it, but God, it's great if you really want to dive into the movie and you're really into a movie. That's why I love physical media. So, but yeah, this is a top. It's all tens for this movie all around, and yeah, if you haven't watched it, go watch it and enjoy it. But God, it just makes you miss just but watching this movie again, and the phenomenal theme song. The way it opens up. I mean, God, you just miss. Are we ever going to get another good James Bond movie? I don't think so. I don't think it can happen, right?
No, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, so it's sad, but yeah, this was a good one. So thanks for holding off on me for letting me wait for this one. So appreciate it. Yep,
that's all good, man. And yeah, dude, that's even though I enjoy Pierce Brosnan, especially his R3 movies, I do not like Die Another Day, and that's up to including Halle Berry. I am not a fan. So
you don't like Halle Berry?
Nope.
Yeah, we have a poll here. Who we got? Halle Berry. Or we've got Jane Seymour.
I don't not like her. I mean, I don't have it. I don't know her. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll take both.
Can't we have
I'd
both?
like to
I
know
guess
either
you
of
could
them.
say as an actress in the X-Men movies and Die Another Day, she has not been good in either or. So
I don't remember. Probably
I'd
better
say
than-
her only manageable role, respectable, was it John Wick 2 or 3 that she was in?
3.
That was the only I'd say bearable role that she's had. Other than that,
what was the movie with John Travolta?
Never got it. Never
the
got
hacker
it
movie. What was
Operation
that movie?
Swordfish.
Thank you. Yep.
It shows your tatas.
Anyways, yeah, for me, I'm probably gonna go with like an 8.5 as far as the overall score. I have this movie's a lots of fun. Roger Moore's one-liners are wonderful, and I actually do love that the Americanness is in this movie. Granted, I know it's not as exotic as all the European countries and lack of globetrotting, but I love saying the vibe, the blaxploitation, the culture of the 70s was really well on display. So I did like that aspect for it, and I actually thought it was nice to see a chase scene that was starting to really ramp the engines for things to come, because chase scenes started becoming a very, very huge thing. And of course, the gadgets were getting weirder and crazier. And my Bond needs to have his chase scenes and to have his gadgets. So I would say probably my one minor complaint is probably the villain is not as good. And that's the worst of an issue. At the end of the day, it's a Bond movie. So whatever. So a toxicity, I mean, we already went over that. I don't need to repeat anything there. This is an 11D1 out of 10. So 8.5 overall, toxic 11D1. So that is that. So anyways, that was Live and Let Die. And of course, next week, we're going to be back with The Spy Who Loved Me. Are you ready,
Yes.
dudes?
The Spy
Are
Who
you
Shagged
ready?
Me.
Austin Powers reference. I see what you did there.
So next week we're gonna go off all half.
There's no sense in going off half-cocked.
So that's how we're leaving tonight.
But next week we're coming in cocked and loaded. Believe that. The pleasure is mine, Mr. Zan. Oh, Jonah Hex comes in 10 out of 10 toxic voodoo dolls. Yes. Yeah, Mark will make sure he does the right movie. Don't worry. Anyways, on my channel, Big Game number 5 review. I will record that either tomorrow or Thursday. And I'm going to have a Rippaverse analysis video. I'm going to get my Culture Casino hat on and do a video on that. Both will be out this week, regardless. And Comic Shop Talk Friday night. So that's on my channel. You're here for a reason, and it's all these wonderful gentlemen. Next week, the Spy Love Me on here with these dudes. Thanks for being here and supporting the show. Thank you for the super chats and direct donations, and for the freaking memes as well. And for all your guys' crazy comments in the chat. I love it. Thank you guys for your contributions. And even we got a few new subs tonight. I thank you for that as well. I'm going to let these gentlemen plug their plugs on the way out. Let's start with Bruce.
Hey, my name is Bruce Lombardo. I've been here for a few years. Started doing Dungeons and Dragons streams whenever 4th edition came out, and we didn't like it, so we went to Pathfinder. Right now, Friday night, I'm going to be with Janet from Another Planet on her shit show for Friday evening. If you don't mind politics and people screaming about taxes and shit, come on over. I know if that's a little bit too much. Saturday, I'll be running my tabletop game that I've been working on here and there for the past 10 years. And we're finally at a point where it's going to be pretty much available for DL here in about 3 months. My channel is youtube.com/Bruce Lombardo. And come on over there. But first, please say thank you to Nick Weiser, 32 Flavors Nick Weiser, for bringing me on this panel and the rest of the gentlemen that put up with me. Thank you.
You guys survived me. The pleasure's mine, Bruce. All right. Thank you for being here, sir. Have a magical week and weekend. Eric K., thank you for plugging the channel.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Bruce Lombardo. And now we'll let Mark go.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it's always awesome being here. It ain't Tuesday unless it's toxic, right? So appreciate the chance to hang out with you guys. It's always a lot of fun. Great to have Clobber and Times join us tonight. I'm actually been streaming the whole time we've been here. I've been double timing it. So go check out if you like 3D printing.
Wow.
Here, let's see if so I've got this is a Darth Pumpkin print that's streaming. So go check that out. I'll put the link in there, and thank you, RK, for putting the link into my channel. My main show was Sunday Night Geekery, where we hang out and talk about all the awesome movies and things that are happening. Like we talked a lot about the Marvels last week, and the great Loki show, and all the phenomenal stuff that's happening with Disney, and just getting blown out of the water by, how amazing. I'm just kidding, obviously, but yeah, we have fun. And we also talk about a lot of good stuff too, and we also end up talking about food once in a while too. Like, why not, right? But yeah, so check out the channel Sunday night, and I'm at 980 subs, so I need 20 more to hit 1K. So if anyone's out there, appreciate the follow. And maybe I'm getting close to that 4K watch hour, so maybe watch some of these, put these streams on in a separate tab. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, it's been great being here and hanging out with all you guys and making some great friends that hopefully get to meet in real life someday. So looking forward to that. So yeah, thanks everyone, and catch you on the next Toxic Tuesday, where hopefully I have the right movie. Not Austin Powers.
That is you are too good. Is unparalleled. That's why Clobby calls you the chief engineer. Gentlemen, we are grateful and thankful for what you do for our channels, dude. Thank you, sir. Have a great weekend. I'm glad everything worked out for the state of Connecticut with the local elections. That's
it was good. Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah. It was a good one. Yep.
All right. Go finish your go finish.
Yeah, this is going to be going, I think, this is going to be going. This is 30% done. So it's got about 12 more hours.
Is that the same stream I've been watching for weeks?
Okay, baller.
Yeah, it's the same stream.
We're going to wrap this show up. You guys could go watch Mark be Mauler, basically. Thank you, Rob. It's because we have a good panel here. I just get to contribute. That's all it is. These guys are great. And the chat, too. The chat's a big part of it. Huge part of it. All right, Dustin. Slide up.
All right. Keto Simple is my channel. Tuesday nights, the wife and I go live. We talk about all kinds of shit. Tonight, we talked about a slam poet. We watched a video and talked all about it. Saturdays, I go live with a guest. If you or someone you know is living a keto lifestyle, or even not a keto lifestyle, some kind of healthy lifestyle, trying to better yourself and you want to come on and talk, let me know. We can do it early in the morning. And then Sundays I go live and I talk just by myself with people who join me in the chat while having a big old cup of coffee, just hanging out with everybody. And then I do this here Tuesday nights with Nick and these awesome people. And then most Thursdays I'm live on 70s or with 70s and the Rock and Roll Rowdies. And we talk all kinds of stuff about their touring history. And I will be hosting this Thursday's episode, and I will be talking and having them discuss metal music that I pick out for them. So hearing them tell us what they think, hopefully they get a kick out of it and it's funny and we have a good time. But I love being here. I wouldn't miss it for the world unless I have to, because, you know, being an adult and shit.
Oh, that adult life is real.
A what now?
Being an adult's dumb.
Being an adult's dumb. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yep. Never heard of it either. Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate you hanging out as always, sir. And Mark.
Oh, you got
Hold
me.
up. We did you 70.
Yeah, you can do me again. I don't make.
We just do you all night, Mark.
All night long.
Love me a long time.
Yeah, so thanks again, Nick, for doing this, and thanks to everybody in the chat for making this such a great show as usual. Yesterday I had a really nice show on my channel with some veteran managers about the Dickie Betts Allman Brothers reunion tours that they managed of the early 80s. There is some hilarious stories in there that I'm going to try and cut and put into videos, because the Allmans were a bit of a hell-raising band, and so there was some fantastic stories about Holiday Inn did not like them, let's put it that way. And there was some good music too. As Dustin said, he's going to be hosting with the Rowdies on their channel this Thursday, as I've got some stuff to go and do, so I won't be available. But Thursday night, I'll probably be on the Comics' channel, Thursday Night Throwdown, if that stuff gets done that I'm doing.
We'll talk about the Marvels box office performance again.
We'll all have a wonderful, exciting time talking about that again. Saturday night, Brahma and I do Bourbon and Boarding on both our channels, simulcast, where we talk about hockey and sip some fine liquor or lick some
Go
fine
Rangers.
sippers. Right? No, I said fine hockey. Did I? Oh, no. Go Rangers. Rangers are doing quite well.
Go Lundqvist. Go Lundqvist.
Stars are doing well too. So. We'll probably be talking about the situation with the what happened over in the UK with the hockey player unfortunately being killed, and the fact that someone actually is being arrested for manslaughter. So that's going to be an interesting chat. And then next Monday I will have a show, but I've got no idea what it's going to be about on my channel. It could be about just nothing, because I haven't got anything prepared. However, the following week will be Canon Film Club Delta Force. So
may the show be filled with bull's milk.
It probably will be a lot of bull, that's for sure. And the bull's milk was for tonight for Jane Seymour. We were keeping that for her.
Oh, so. Thank you, 70s always for your presence and your comedy, sir. It's very pleasuring. Have a great night.
You too, Mick.
Lobby. Remember the offer for Spy Who Shagged Me next week. You're invited. If you can come on, you're automatically invited. Thanks for being here and hanging out with us, man. I love having you on talking Bond.
Well, thanks, bud. I appreciate that. Great being here and with all you fantastic buddies on the panel and you great people in the chat. Let's see. Tomorrow night on a good buddy Stone Loki's channel should be the comic book roundtable. I never know for sure, but we should have it. That'd be 7 Central. Then I'll be on my channel at 9 Central, as I often am on my Wednesday night show. It's Doctor Who month, so I'll have another Doctor Who topic. Basically, going to be talking about not only favorite doctors but favorite companions, ranking them and all that kind of stuff. A week from tomorrow night, going to be counting down my 25 favorite episodes, stories, but. And then Thursday night is the Clubhouse. I don't think the chief engineer is going to be there. So I don't know if we'll be.
Unfortunately, I can't. I've got a big sports ball event charity that I'm going to.
That's fine. I was just confirming that. So maybe we won't. You want us to not review those things we usually review, so we can wait for you next week.
Up to you guys. Yeah, you make the call. You're the captain. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'll see what Raquel wants to do. But anyway. So we got that Friday night. I'm on my good buddy J-Man's channel. He's got a great channel. We're going to be at 6 p.m. Central. Our review of we'll continue our each week we review Jack Kirby's Fourth World. We're getting close to the end of that, reviewing all that classic. And are you doing a show? You're not going to be doing a show, are you? When Friday night, Nick?
This Friday, I am.
You are. I thought you're going to be like some kind of big event or something.
Nope, no events. Nope, no big events. Nope, nothing.
Oh, okay.
I will. The only thing I got is we'll be starting a half hour later on November 24th because we'll be at. That's the day after Christmas because there's a local Christmas lights unveiling show. Other than that, that's it, man. And that's just a half hour later. That's not like.
Okay. I was on the impression you had something
where
going
we
on.
talk about the Fantastic Four Sphinx comic. That's that.
Okay.
Night.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, dude. So anyway, there's that, and of course, Saturday night Star Trek with 4 more episodes of Star Trek Voyager, reviewed with my wonderful first officer Raquel and myself, 9 p.m. Central on Saturday night, of course, and then of course Sunday night on the Geekery, the great Mark D with the C's channel. If he's having that this week, I don't know, but if he is, I'll be there.
We'll be there. Yep, appreciate you being there.
Thank you, dude, and thank you, Nicholas, for having me again. I appreciate it, and appreciate all you wonderful people in the chat. And our good bud, all of us on the panel. Great hanging out with you guys.
All right, Clubby. As always, good hanging with you. And
thanks, buddy.
I hope to have you around next week. If not, I'll see you several times between Midnight's Edge and Comic Shop.
Yes, sir.
Till then. All right, chat. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting Toxic Tuesday. Thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting these gentlemen. I thank you for supporting all of them. This is the part where we say goodbye and good night.
I'd like to show you something.
The pace when I'm running, I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this,
You have to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky?
You're still here? It's over. Go home.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for being fucking awesome.